podcastjuice.net.
Crime. Let's get it together. Education. Let's get it together. Marriage. Let's get it together. Politics. Let's get it together. Full circle. Poverty. Let's get it together. Race. Let's get it together. Full circle. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Full Circle Podcast Show, episode number 38. I am Darryl McCullough, the same poet, and Carmen, the songstress, is tied up at work today. So, Erica, the fitness guru, and I are pleased to have in our presence the very talented, witty, and Toledo's own Ramona Collins.
Booyah! There it is. Say something. Would you mind speaking to our
How y'all doing?
There it is.
Wow.
The husky auntie voice.
That voice was cracking me up. My kids, I only let them listen to so much of the show before the cursing starts.
Cursing.
There was no cursing.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that was another show.
If it's 4-letter words or less, if it has 4 letters, it's not really a cuss word.
Oh,
Yeah.
liberals. That's what how they reason. Yeah.
It's true. We have limits.
Yep.
You introduced her? I didn't hear her.
Oh, he called
Erica, the fitness guru.
Oh, that's right.
I know. He makes mine short. Because I'm light skinned. I get the short, get shafted.
Okay, well, welcome everybody, and let's get ready to have another fun and exciting show from the perspective of liberal, conservative, and independent state of mind. That's always interesting. Today's topic was picked by our special call-in guest, the revolutionary Pan-Africanist, and the host of the Brother Diallo show. His name is Diallo Kenyatta. I like that. It's how he sounds.
Diallo. It's like Mandingo.
Diallo
Yes.
Kenyatta is going to be. Anyway, he chose for us to discuss the topic. Wait for it. Pro-black, but dating white.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
I like race.
Pro-black.
I like this.
But dating white.
You would, Darryl.
I like this.
Diallo's going to join our conversation a little bit later in the show, so remember that name, Diallo Kenyatta.
Now, wait a minute, Ramona. I got a question.
Yes.
Now, this topic we won't get into. I want us to talk about topics to avoid.
Oh, okay.
Please don't bring up anything that deals with reparations or picking cotton and anything like that, because that is like a sore subject with Erica.
It just really gets me going. You know, that's my trigger.
Can we please
Gets
not?
me triggered.
I wasn't going down either one of those roads, so
Okay.
I'm good.
Great.
That's funny, Darryl.
All right. Well.
I am good.
You know, I feel about reparation. You know, you ain't pick the cotton, you don't get paid.
Oh, wow.
It's not me, it's wage and hour, really. But before we begin, we want to thank everyone for their shout outs, listening, and sharing, especially on social media, our episodes with their friends and family. We want you to keep doing that. We really appreciate that. I say, don't you agree, everybody? We love that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So appreciated. Also for liking our Facebook page and subscribing to our YouTube channel. And what are those, Darryl? If our page is under your name for right now, right?
Why does everybody say that?
I
Why
just
does
wanna
everybody
make
put me on the spot?
Because let me tell you, this is a true story. So when Darryl and Carmen first invited me on, I went on and I put in the full circle, and all my black friends and I started liking. And Darryl sent me a message and said, "That's the white people full circle." He said, "They probably wonder why."
No, that's the one that's on not the YouTube. That was the like page on Facebook.
Yes.
I didn't say white people. I did not say
You said
that.
they were wondering why they were getting all these black friend like requests.
Oh, right.
You had
right,
jokes.
right.
So yes. So
There's
Darryl,
another one, but it's not
but what's ours on Facebook?
the Full Circle podcast.
Okay, don't come at me like that.
I'm just making sure.
The way you cut your eye was like a little disturbing. Okay,
I
so
didn't
Full Circle
cut my
Podcast.
eye. I have a twitch.
So also don't forget to check us out on the Podcast Juice Network, which is awesome. The site has great information for Prince fans,
All right.
as well as other podcast shows, including the Michael Dean Show and the Prince Podcast.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
So our sponsors, we got to thank the people who pay the bills, right?
absolutely.
So we've got Marmite. Did I say that,
Marmite.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who mispronounced that in the beginning.
These phonetic ghetto spellings.
Marmite Records.
Okay, Marmite Records. Labels produced and owned by, E. Sills, and the Stone Soup Recording Studio in Maumee, Ohio. So any of you singers or musicians looking to record, whoop whoop, in a world class, let me tell you, and I'm not making that a world class. Please visit www.stonesoup. Is that rec? So it's STONESOUPREC.com.
Yep.
Right? Or check them out on Facebook at Stone Soup Recording Studios, like page. We have more spots. So if you want to get in here, I mean, go ahead, send us some requests. You can do that. We would love to have you as a sponsor and have you on the show. So if you're interested, please contact us at fullcirclepodcastshow@gmail.com.
Or just email me.
Oh, or just email Darryl. I mean,
No,
send
Hey,
you.
Jess.
joking. Also, we want to thank Giovanna Boudreau
Yeah.
from Fit Thick Girls.
Where was that at?
We want to thank her. You don't. This is Hollywood.
He's ad-libbing.
Oh, okay. He's at, because I was like, where my girl at? She's
He's
still a
ad-libbing.
sponsor though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's ad-libbing. though.
He's ad-libbing.
You,
Okay.
you.
I'm new to this.
this-
Carmen just makes this flow.
Hey.
We're up here reading the sheets like well, we got little readers on.
We're new on the block, so
Yeah, we knew.
Right. Well, okay. So, what's going on in the world? Let's what's
I
happening?
think
start with Tiger Woods?
we need to reflect on what happened the last time I was here.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
You all were talking about what's his name?
Well, what's his name to me is the guy who's the president before Donald Trump.
You did not do that. No, you didn't. Okay.
I don't know why you can't. Say
What do
his
you?
name.
Why do you have to take a sip now?
Because I want to make sure that when I answer your question, it's clear when I'm saying you're talking about Barack Hussein Obama. Is that who you're talking about?
Okay.
The
now,
pres-
So that was our
person-
last podcast.
but our last podcast
Right.
dealt with my man Donald Trump after 100 days in office.
You notice he moved me down here, right? I'm sitting at this end of the table. There's
What's his-
Ramona is between us now because after I left,
And y'all better not hit me. I'm
yeah, he
sorry.
made me move down here. I'm being punished.
You all better not hit me. I'm serious.
No,
I'm in
you
the
are
middle.
the celebrity. The celebrity always sits in the center. I like your little.
Oh, she
I
got-
like your little weights.
I know. Look at that. Whoop whoop. Let me make sure I get it up.
I like your little weights.
Weights and wine. she got weights and wine.
Weights
I'm not
and
sure.
wine.
I
It's a
get
new
approved.
workout program. Weights and wine.
That's a podcast show. That's a podcast.
Oh,
That's the name of a podcast. That should be the name of a podcast. Weights and
Weights
wine.
and wine.
Fine. People don't try this at home.
No, but
So what's up with the last show, Darryl?
the
What
last
you got?
show, it
That
did
was
it did
lively?
okay. And Ramona and I, we'll text each other, and she was asking about how the show was doing, and I said, you know what? Normally, our political shows are the highest in downloads. It did.
Right.
It's doing okay. Almost
Well,
600.
you know that's why people are. I mean, they're tired
Yeah.
of down. We're ready for him to get impeached, and we're ready to move on.
I don't
And he
know
can
if that's
take
gonna
pencil.
happen, but I understand.
that is definitely
He's
going to
not.
happen.
He's
And
not
when
a
I
hot
do,
topic anymore. He's more a sore subject, I believe.
people are just sick and tired of him and his
Yeah, I
bull.
think people are. 'cause
Bolsheviks.
It's all over the news.
We're tired of his
and
muffin.
and then he just says and does things, and he won't listen to his people, and they're trying to tell
You know
him to
why?
cool
But they're
out.
saying he's incontinent and he has Alzheimer's. I did read that in one of
No.
those. That same magazine that you had about Barack Obama, was it called The National Enquirer? He's incontinent.
If that's what you want to
That's
call
not
it.
even. That's not even his kid. That little last
Wait
baby
a
he had by that
minute.
girl,
Where's all this coming from?
Melania.
Lord have mercy.
I heard he was cloned too. He's been cloned.
Well, if you read it in the Inquirer, it must be true.
It is. And
Absolutely.
TMZ covered
And
it.
well, if they were doing untruths and things like that, don't you think they would be sued? It wouldn't even exist anymore.
Well, you know what I liked about the
What?
last podcast, and I was in it, because normally when you start talking about religion, race, or politics, people always go, shall no, Lord.
Right.
But we did ours with humor, I thought.
Oh yeah,
Right,
we have.
right.
Especially the part where you got on Miss Jones and was getting ready to get up out your chair, and then Carmen was.
You know, I want to
Oh,
apologize to our listeners. I just, you know, when it comes to people taking things and just taking them out of context, I'm a big people person, and I just really feel that about reparations. That if you truly feel that, of course, that compensation should happen, then how do we do that the best for the African American society and our culture here, which is to educate because of what's going on. So if you're going to play reparations and you really care about, because she's saying she cares about African Americans and that, then you build something and put in place like W. Du Bois, like I can't think of the other guy with the pretty eyes. Oh, come on.
Which
Booker.
one?
Booker.
Oh,
But you know, my thing is,
Booker Washington.
We-
He
we-
doing
we-
the look. They must have caught his eyes right. He looked
we
his
have
eyes.
to. The guests, the call-ins are doing us a favor.
Right. So we have to be nice.
Right. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That doesn't mean that they, you know, we can,
You
there's
can-
some rebuttal.
You can be passionate, and you can rebut what they say, but you must do it.
Now today,
So I apologize.
I don't know what's going to happen.
The light-skinned
okay?
people always have to go the hardest. Y'all know what I mean out there. We have to go because light-skinned people, all our black is on the inside. So
But I
sometimes
think
we
you're
just
black
gotta
enough.
flip.
You're black enough for
I'm
me.
black enough.
You're
Thank
black
you.
enough for me to sit next to you and know that. Matter of fact, some of the light-skinned people I know, in their heart, they're blacker than some dark-skinned folks
That's
I
right.
know.
We
Okay?
like charcoal up in here.
Thank
No,
you,
no,
because
no.
they got to fight harder because
That's
everybody
right.
be going, you ain't even black enough.
Speaking
right.
of black,
I like-
That's just
I got
real.
That's my
something.
sister
Girl.
right here.
That's what I'm
Woo!
saying.
I got
Let's go.
something on black. I
Lock
got
it.
something on black.
What you got?
Did you notice that when what's that guy?
Tiger Woods?
No, the president, Barack Obama.
Ooh.
When he was president, I will say this: white people were very nice. Hello, good morning. How are you? How was your weekend? They were very nice. Now that Trump is in office, they're like, get out of my way.
Where do
They're
you work?
mean.
Where do you work? White people have been the same.
No,
I don't
no.
think there's been that much of a change.
I know with
There's a
local
change.
local white people have not changed.
Local white people.
Local white people
I
have
think-
not changed.
I
Maybe
think it
federal white
intensive-
people have.
I think some of the stuff intensified, but I don't think it really changed. It was there all the time.
Right.
In fact, for
Locally-
some people, they feel more comfortable now pushing you out of the way because, like they say, the whole idea of being kind and not bullying and stuff, because bullying is one of the prime problems we have with
Yes.
young people, and we tell them, if you see somebody being bullied, do something to stop it. But when you have a president that's bullying folks and intimidating people, you can't tell kids because they go, he's the president, he's doing it.
White people, I think you're talking about the white people in management. Because white people in management, they're different. They're not like Eric. See, like Eric.
No, I'm
Yeah,
in,
white
I'm
people
in
in
management,
management.
but it's more so just
So
anywhere.
have you been
just in the
acting
mall.
different as a white person?
Like the
As a white person, are you acting different?
my chest may
like the
stick
lady
out a
who
little bit.
wouldn't go up on the elevator because he was standing there. Her.
She saw this
I
white
was like,
guy there standing there.
You
And
got
thought
the,
he was black.
You got the wrong guy.
So you probably felt like Tiger Woods did when they arrested him and they put down he was black and not Caucasian. That was the funniest part ever.
Now, I
I
got-
got
They
big
put a
enough for that. It
B.
was black.
They put B.
Big.
They took
Wow.
all that Caucasian. They were like, "You're black today, boy."
And
Now
from
you know
on-
what? So we might as well move into. Do you want to move into entertainment on that so we can discuss?
Yes. Let's go there, D.
Let's hit the Tiger Woods.
Okay, let's hit that.
Okay, so you're talking about the mugshot.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
looking like a 50-year-old unemployed
Yeah,
man.
he looked old. He did.
He got
Now,
a
what does it
mom
say
tattoo
here?
on his
I
arm.
thought he looked homeless.
He fell asleep at the wheel.
But but the car was running, but it was parked.
His 2015 Mercedes-Benz. Why is this man driving a 2015? What has happened to
know
him?
why?
That's
He
his
mediocre.
that's his hoopty. That's what he
Oh,
rolls
okay.
around
No,
in. He got other cars.
I got it better
I'm
than that.
sure.
Remember that song by T.I. talking about don't want no mediocre? So he was being mediocre.
I don't listen to
I
rap.
don't want no mediocre. That was mediocre. Yeah.
Now it says
I'm
his
sure
brake
he
lights
just-
were on and the right turn signal was flashing. Now,
He had went to Red Lobster. If he
that's
was in-
according
If you're
to
in
the
that
arrest
car, you went to
report.
Red Lobster.
but they're saying that the breathalyzer test was zero.
Twice. They did
and
it twice.
the urine test.
Yes. It's
So
the medication.
he said it was he's on like 4 different
Well, and they said he was cooperative.
Right.
medications.
And
He
that
did say, "Do you
hold
know
up,
who I am?"
Hold up. Didn't it also say alcohol was not involved? So what
Right.
are we
Right.
talking about here? What's going
well,
on?
the problem is you can't have
the
a car
story
running.
came out and everything was
He wasn't on the
said
road.
suspicion of
Right.
the DUI.
And they
Yeah.
discovered that Tiger was black that day. They were like, "Tiger, today you're not number one in golf. So today, buddy, you're black." This is what. See, people are always surprised
He wasn't
when
Tiger,
we talk
he was
about.
Tiger.
He was
Right. When-
asleep.
This is what happens to people that, and I'll say OJ and Michael Jackson, and then we can name other celebrities, Mariah Carey, when they discover, oh my God, so society sees me as being black. See, once you stop being number one, you just fall back to being a regular old Negro. And that's what happened to Tiger Woods. I'm sorry. And the other thing with Tiger is that I will say this, that think of all the back surgery he's had. He's had a lot of surgeries.
I thought he was
I
playing
wouldn't
golf,
deny-
not football.
I wouldn't deny. The
You
boy's
still
been
have
playing
to
since
have
he's
a
been
certain
two.
stance when you play golf too.
But he's
Now,
been
what
playing
is
since
that?
he's been two. He's had a lot of ligament and joint things happen with his back. I mean, you're turning
bending over and you're
so he's
swinging,
taking
you're
a lot
doing-
of medication for that pain. So get a boy a break.
Well, okay. So my thing is,
But he's still black.
he's fine
Still
though.
black.
So this is just a story that's taken out of proportion.
I
He-
wonder if he listened to Public Enemy now.
right?
I can't
but,
trust
but he's
it.
fine, right? So this
Do you
this
think he was
story's
shocked
over.
though? But do you think he was shocked when they put him down as black?
You know, TMZ is always everywhere. If you notice, wherever something happens with entertainers or other celebrities,
Okay, but was he shocked that they marked him as a B?
What is he supposed to mark him down
he
as?
knows who he is. He wasn't surprised. He knew when he said that what was it, Black Asian Caucasian or whatever
He
was.
knew they were like B.
They didn't even ask him.
O.J. Simpson, B. Michael Jackson,
So
B-ish.
I don't know.
Dark white.
Oprah Winfrey.
I know Oprah Winfrey. Can the list go on and on? Mariah Carey.
Wow. Well, let
I
me
like
see.
Mariah Carey though, but she need to recognize.
What else has
Being
happened?
such a diva, really.
I know she's.
We got a couple deaths though.
Oh no.
These are some older things that have happened, but
Yep.
this is happened during our break. Chris Connell. Did I say the name right, Night?
I thought it was
Chris Cornell.
Connell. There's an R in there.
Okay, I didn't.
He had just
Carmen, we
Chris
need
Cornell,
He
you.
had just
Carmen,
done a show.
Which I like him.
Yeah.
Because he was
He's
from
white.
Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Did Audio Slave with my guys from Rage Against the Machine.
Yep.
He died in Detroit.
Excuse me, you
Following
said that
it?
wrong. He
What?
died in the D.
Well,
Please say that right. Don't be so white guy with it.
And now they just done a show. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
so and then of
This is
course
the sad part.
But can you imagine doing a show and then going to a hotel room to kill yourself?
I know. That was the part that was so sad.
That is just
wow. Yeah, and then of course
Well,
Roger
you're gonna
Moore.
say that he did die. He committed
Moore.
suicide.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
definitely.
That's what I'm saying.
So
He was
yeah.
only 52. People only 52.
Right, 52.
Too young to die.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
and then Roger Moore
Yeah.
died, and
Goldfinger.
I was trying to wonder like how many James
Did
Bonds.
he do Octopussy too?
Why would you just want to say that?
No.
I mean, that has
That
all
was
the
actually-
movies that this man
It is.
has done. You just wanted to say
No,
that.
you know when it came out as a kid, you could get away with saying she was like, "I'm gonna watch
Octopussy.
Pussy." But he was in that one, wasn't he? I'm being honest
Sorry,
here.
kids.
No, that was the name of the movie.
Vagina. What?
It was about I don't really remember, but I know he was in there. Yes, but he was like 89. when
Wasn't
had
he the
battled
original
cancer.
James Bond? He was the first one, right?
Yes.
So they've been like, okay, there's
Or was the
Uh,
second? He was
well,
the second one.
who was the first one?
Right.
Sean
He was the
Connery.
second. He was
So
the
he's
second.
older than him. That's right. Okay.
Right.
Oh my
So
God.
there's a whole list. And of course, the ones I'm familiar with was Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig. Those are the ones I'm familiar with. And then
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
He's gonna Idris. Please don't
Idris,
mess
why
up
can't
that
I-
man's
Idris.
fine name. Idris. Hold on. I got
No, I don't.
Idris.
Don't
You gotta do that weight
no,
like that.
Don't turn James Bond black. Don't do that. Just
Excuse me,
keep
but you
them-
can turn comic book characters, some
Yeah,
fictional
but
BS.
they're going too much
But
with
not-
this.
no, they're
Roles
not.
should not matter what color the person
They
is.
just have to be handsome, and women have to want to throw panties
Well-
at
And he's
them. That's the
sexy.
only, yes.
He's sexy.
Well,
if the only thing you get peeled is cotton. See, this. Let me break this
Difference
down
doesn't
for you.
make.
please don't say cotton.
No, let me say this. Okay,
said
this is the
cotton, I
main
heard
thing.
it.
So if you're a lady, this is what this difference is. So if you buy your panties in a pack, a pack of panties you get that. That's for like little girls. If you still buy that, I need you to take blah blah. But grown women buy singles. You buy your panties in singles.
I was buying them in packs for a while because I
Stop.
liked it. And
No.
let me tell you what happened.
You do
I'm
not buy
saying
packs
this in
of
the pocket.
panties.
Shut up. I said used to.
Okay, thank you.
My children. Because I didn't have time to be so. You go in the store and the panties is all thrown on the table and they
Yes, that's
So I said I know what size I wear, bam, and I would get them. So my daughters came over to my house, went through my underwear drawer.
Praise
talking
God.
about
packs
mama,
of panties.
mama, you got all these white panties.
What's your baby's names?
Both of them.
Yes. What's their names? What's their names?
Brina and Brandy.
Brina and Brandy. Nice job. Yes. So you were probably those people that were throwing. See,
I'm old school.
yeah, you throw the pack of panties on the stage. You need to be worried.
My mother
We
said
need men
white
to play.
panties were germ free and stuff, and they were sanitary. All them colors got dyes in them. That's what my mama said.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I just want do not buy packs of
I'm
panties.
old school.
So the whole thing with James Bond. Let me get back to that.
What
okay?
does that have to do with panties?
Because if you're not attractive enough to play James Bond, then you're gonna get the packs of panty ladies throwing their panties at you. Okay, you get previous Ramona. Now you get the new Ramona. Oops, whose phone is that?
See,
Oh, I
See?
know that's really. Oh,
Hollywood. That's
You
the
know
first
what?
thing you do. Your phone on vibrate.
oh, look, it's underneath my paper. Oh, sorry.
you know what?
Now, I'm sorry. I'm a VIP. You said I'm a celebrity. But anyway, let me explain. And then you throw the single panties up there. Now, see, Idris Elba pulls single panties. You, Darryl, pack of panties.
No.
You get the pack of panties, say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Well,
Friday. And you wear Saturday and Sunday.
the
You have a
single
little
pair
slash on
costs
it.
too much to be thrown up
Some
on
days-
No,
somebody's
you're
stage.
a grown up.
Some days-
You buy them single
I
panties.
don't throw panties on anybody's stage.
Well,
'cause
neither
they
do I.
cost
They too
much.
expensive.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Wow.
You don't buy the. Okay, go ahead there. I'm
Now
sorry.
there is what else happened?
Stop buying the packs of
something
panties,
else.
ladies.
Something else happened. Oh, we missed one more person. Greg Allman of the Allman Brothers.
Yeah, he founded them.
Oh, I'm not familiar with the Almond
Oh,
Brothers.
yeah.
Almond, like an almond that I eat.
Almond.
Oh,
Almond.
not almond butter.
My favorite
No,
song by them was
Allman.
a song.
A-L-M-A-N.
It's a song called "In Memory of Elizabeth Reed." That's one of my
Who is
favorite songs.
Elizabeth
by them.
Reed?
I don't know, and they don't say Elizabeth Reed in the song. It's all instrumental, but an awesome
Midnight
song.
Rider's one of their big hits
Yep.
too. Midnight Rider.
Whipping Post.
Yep.
I mean, is that okay? Can we say Whipping Post?
We can say octopussy. We can say whipping post.
Okay.
He was 69. He's almost my age.
Well,
He was.
I
Somebody's
feel bad.
phone. Somebody's phone.
It's not mine. It's
It's
Carmen.
your phone.
It picks up something.
It's Carmen.
And what else? That's all I got in entertainment.
I'm sorry. Y'all stop sending me all these. See, people, my fans is trying to call in early. Y'all can't
And
call
we-
me.
and we
early.
just found
I don't
out-
call people who like us fans. I call them friends.
We just found out today that
I need fans. I got enough friends.
a young man who I remember from when he was still in school, he was singing, and he was a Michael Jackson impersonator, along with all the other wonderful stuff he used to do on stage. Leon Whittington, may he rest in peace.
I'm gonna Google
He
that.
passed away. You don't have to Google it. I just
No,
told
was
you.
that who you were talking about on Facebook today? I briefly
But
went
you
on
gotta
Facebook.
look at me
Okay.
like that.
Well, you gotta Google
Your
it like
face
I'm
is
lying.
like she
I'm
looked
not
at me
lying.
like I thought you looked at me like I was lying, just like when I told you to stop buying them packs of panties.
Wow.
Stop.
Well, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he will be missed. He was
Yes.
He's been around a long, long time, and he
Google
was
him.
an amazing entertainer. If you saw him, you'd be like, whoa. And he definitely loved Michael Jackson, like
Wow.
somebody else we know
Sorry.
who's not here today.
Man. Now, sorry to hear that all of those sad stories. I got some good news. I got some good things. I got something happy to say.
I like that. I like good news. Let's
What,
bring it
what you
deep.
got?
We got a new holiday.
No. Darryl, not once have I been on here and these holidays have been real or nice. They're really mean
No,
all the time.
You know what though? Sad to say, this one is a little because our show is a little racial today.
Okay.
It's ironic when I
I
went
would
to
say
the website.
radical. Nothing is racial. It's radical.
Well, I went to the website today.
Okay.
And the website, they changed their address. It says you can reach them at LORDHELPUS.com.
Lord help us.
That's the name
that-
of the website.
Not Lord, but Lord. Not
Nope, well-
okay. Black people, it's not Lord. So don't put an LAWD. It's LORD.
That's what it says. And then it says you can call them at 25 or 624.
Lord. I can't find it.
25 or
Lord,
624?
What call?
That's what you can call them, 25 or 624. That's what it says here.
What? I don't.
Now,
That either.
today's holiday, I'm just telling you what was on the website.
Okay, give it.
Today's holiday is white people, please wash your hands after using the bathroom.
I'm gonna have to support this holiday. I this one I can support.
I'm just
after handling your cat.
saying.
Well, I think this.
A lot of them do the flush and rush. I don't.
Flush and brush.
I remember I was doing a show in Ann Arbor, a place it's no longer there, but it was a club called the Bird of Paradise. And I'm doing my show,
Sounds
and
like
the
a strip
restroom was
club
like
to
over
me.
there. So I'm singing, and I'm noticing how many men are coming in and out of the bathroom, and nobody's coming out doing this, whatever. They're just going in, coming out. And I made a point of mentioning to the audience, do you notice how quickly those men are going in and out of the bathroom? I don't think they're washing their hands. What do you guys think? So everybody started laughing. And I said, just pay attention. Watch. Let's see how many go in there. So everybody started watching the bathroom door. And sure enough, there was no way they were washing their hands. So the people started noticing that we're looking at them. So I said, could we have some paper towels or something for the bathroom? Apparently there's nothing in there because nobody's washing their hands. So then all the guys were embarrassed.
I think you should ask for some of those sexual pills to help them because obviously it was too little. They didn't have to touch it. They just walked up like this and they walked back out. You got to think deeper than that, Ramon. Maybe they didn't have to.
But you know what though?
It was so little. Did you
Men are
think about that?
men are nasty.
She's
men
thinking
are
about this.
nasty.
Did you notice any? She's thinking. Was it the paper towels or was it?
I'm putting a disclaimer out there. Anything that's said here today, it's not meant for any of the people who know me. It's for people that I don't know because
Right.
you see what I'm working with today here. Because
Well,
y'all are crazy.
I'm just like, that happens. So, Darryl, don't some people sit down in the men's bathroom?
I hope not. Well, I mean, sometime I'm sure they have to.
Yeah, they sit.
Well, all women,
Yeah, I mean,
all women squat. My mother said, don't you ever sit on
Yeah, you
anybody's
squat.
toilet unless you at home or somebody's house.
You
that
got to wipe
know.
the tinkle up. Don't wipe that tinkle
That's
up.
right.
So-
And you have to aim
But
to.
yes, I agree with this holiday, and I also agree with you don't eat if you're having a potluck at work. You always don't eat anyone that has a cat. You don't eat their food because people be kissing
And dogs, 'cause they let
Now
them
that's
get on the
gonna, now
counter.
you know
They
we got
love
that.
to kiss
let
their
them get on
dogs
the
in the
counter.
mouth.
we
and they on
we
the
got that as a
counter.
show. We do have that as a show. It's going to be like black people and rims, white people and dogs. It's going to be something like that.
Old black people kiss their dogs in the
it
mouth
can be
too.
black people in sneakers. Black people love their sneakers.
But they don't lick them in the mouth. See, that's licking.
Well,
Look, just don't go to
I
potlucks
always
at
White
work.
people
I
love
always
dogs.
get nervous though when I'm at somebody's house and they're
Like,
cooking something.
oh, you got a cat?
I'm gonna bring this.
Ooh.
I'm gonna bring this to work tomorrow. And the cat jumps up there and they go, "Get away, Fluffy!"
Just
And you
Fluffy,
be like,
no, they do like this. They pick the cat up over top of the food. Fluffy, what is you doing? And then they put the cat down. The cat that left.
I don't know any white. There's not, and I have a lot of white friends, associates. I don't know not one white person that doesn't have a dog or a cat.
Thank you. They love this. They love because they can't have slaves now. So they.
I didn't say that. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you?
Just joking.
What did I tell you before the show started? Light-skinned people and people in
kicking
interracial
off
relationships.
the
Sometimes they're the most racist people you ever want to
Not
meet.
kicking off the
racist.
mess, too.
That was funny. That was funny.
you know what?
I can't
Well.
have little.
and I just
Pokesha.
like to point out
I can't have Pokesha, so I named my
to
cat
all our
Pokesha.
viewers, she's not even drinking. So I don't really know what's going on here.
Bring Kunta over here. Kunta,
Well-
don't eat that. Stop, Kunta.
So
Toby.
let's. I think we're pretty much on time.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, we are.
we got 5 minutes to discuss amongst our opinions on this topic. And today's topic is pro-black but dating white. You ladies go first. What do you think?
I'm gonna let the celebrity start it off.
Well, actually, my feeling about it is whoever you love is who you love. You know, like with all the
It don't matter. If
people need to be cool because we talked about how folks will sit up in a room with people that they're comfortable with who look like them, but they don't know who your associates are. They don't know that you might have an African American child or your lady might be black or whatever. So they're up there talking and using the N-word and throwing it around. And I've had people tell me that they've been in situations like that, you know, where folks were just, yeah, and them so-and-sos and blah, blah. And my one friend told me, and she was working at a big company here in town, she said they were just throwing this word around because she's a white woman. You know, they just figured they was
The ninja
in their
word?
comfort zone.
Ninja?
They was throwing the word around and this and that. And she was just sitting there. She said, I knew then I wasn't going to be staying at this company. She said, but I thought before I leave
Yes.
that I would bring my black son to the company picnic. She said, and you could almost see the wheels turning when people were thinking, oh my God, what did I ever say in front of her? She said, and all of them had done it. And you could see people turning red or they were very
Now,
uncomfortable.
these were the light skinned black people that are talking, right?
No, these were white people, but my girl looked like she was white.
Okay. Why you looking at me
Now,
like that?
but
I don't look white.
But when we look at this as being not just black, we're talking about pro-black.
No, you cannot. I'm gonna take this on.
pro-black?
You can be black and date outside your race, and you can love whoever you want. But
Right.
then you cannot say you're pro-black because it's just pro means I'm above that. So it doesn't. It's more than wearing dashikis and natural hair, like some people do that.
Oh, like back in the day when the brothers had the big froze with the
dark-skinned
the
brothers
picking
with the
it
picking
with
it.
the fist on the end
Yes.
of it, and had a sister girl on the arm, but she wasn't one of us.
But right, and then you'd be like, I'm done. You know, you can't. When you say I'm pro anything, it means you're a proponent of this. You're strong for this. It means that you go beyond just a normal person. So can you be black and date white? Absolutely, but you cannot be pro-black. I do not believe that.
Okay, now let me ask you this: based on what you ladies
You
know
also
about
can't
me,
visit Donald Trump. If
what
you're
what you ladies
pro-black.
know about me, would you think that I was pro-black?
Absolutely not.
I
gonna
have
wait for it.
questions. I'm not
Ramona,
sure.
quit playing around and say yes or no. That is the question.
Don't tell me what to say.
Yeah,
How
no, you're
dare
playing
you?
around.
Ladies.
You're trying to be nice. You're trying
Can
to be
we
a Christian.
please
Drop your
refrain?
Christianity.
trying to be nice. I really
Yes. She is. She just stop.
What you want me to cuss and kick the table over? What you want?
Just say no.
When I first met you, what do we call folks like Darryl?
Oreo. We call him Oreo.
No. There's another word. Let me.
OJ. Oh, Tiger.
It'll come to me tomorrow. But anyway, I knew that you had some that you hung around white folks.
A lot of them.
I could
He has
tell.
them to his home quite often.
No, I mean, because you know, you don't use slang. You don't seem to really get into Ebonics even for a minute and then get back
And he
into your
tucks
other
his shirt.
thing.
Look at that shirt.
What-
Yep. Yeah, he tucks his
And he's got
shirt
a
in.
thick 3-inch belt
tucks
every
his shirt
time.
What is what did you say? Ebonics? What
No,
is that?
like this is what. Okay,
What's
this is what
Ebonics?
You don't go to Urban
Okay.
Dictionary.
Now, if I'm
tell
talking, if we're talking amongst ourselves here, and I'm going, Girl, ain't that nothing? I'm trying to tell you, girl.
Right.
No,
You
but
know,
then-
when black folk get home and we relax our language.
And we speak like that to each other, but then we go back into
work would be like, hello, yes, I would like two.
kind of like when your mama used to be hollering at you when you were little kids, and then she would answer, she'd be, I done told y'all to sit your ass. Hello. My mother used to do that.
Yes, do I need to pay on that bill? I've already put the bill in the mail. Shut the hell up! Yes, ma'am. If you would mail that to my...
My
yes.
mother used to do that, and I would be like, how can she go from just cussing at us?
That's right.
Throwing her
That's the
iron
culture,
at us.
baby. That's
and
the
then when you
culture.
get on the phone, she's this nice woman, my mama. And that's kind of how I see you, because you seem very polite. Not to say that everybody can't be
Not
polite.
that black people can't be polite, right? Because
But
you
he
just
is-
said he can be polite.
But he is black, though, I noticed.
Well,
Yes.
that
Well,
nose is...
well-
he's got a different type nose. His nose doesn't flare like the rest of ours.
Well, I'm going to tell you about me.
Look at my nose.
You would never
Mine
think,
flares
but
when I smile.
I am pro-black.
And tell us how.
Somebody... Oh, my God. My
tell
tongue
us-
tissue
Okay.
is on fire.
Pro-black does not mean that you are racist. It means that you are for the achievement,
This is such bullshit.
the betterment
he practices in
of
the mirror,
your-
you guys. I'm so sorry.
of your race. Now we got a caller on, but
Thank
I'm saying
God.
Ben Carson said that if people are down here, it's their own fault.
What are you... Can you
Okay.
bring your hands up a little
Now-
higher? Why you going to your crotch?
now,
like,
now,
people
now,
down
now,
here.
we got a
I'm
caller
just
on.
saying that.
Caller, just give me just 1 second to just set up. But
Darryl, I need you to... I need you to look at yourself in the mirror tonight
Oh, Jesus.
and say that BS to yourself right in the mirror.
well, I'm saying
All
like
right?
this
Because
I do
no.
not. This whole thing is, and
You
Carmen
voted for Trump.
knows
You
that I
cannot
will
be
say
pro-black.
that there is a beige and bland agenda. Okay, meaning that there are people I believe who want this whole world just to just be beige.
Yes.
Because if we continue to
We
mix,
are the world.
that's
it's
what's
brown.
going to happen. And
But
is
it's
that a
brown.
good
We
thing or a
are
bad
the
thing?
children.
But it's brown.
Yes.
I mean, they got to realize it's the browning of America.
So when I say that I'm pro black families. I like that. I like seeing that. I'm not saying that I.
Okay, but you're not pro-black personally. You just like black families.
I like.
So you go through and pick out the Gerber jar. Like you go through all the little Gerber jars with a little white baby on and find a black one. Like on the sweet potatoes, the black baby, y'all be on the sweet potatoes. Trust me. So you always get the sweet. Your kids probably only ate sweet potatoes, huh?
No.
Sweet potatoes and a little ground chicken and a
My
black baby on
children
it too.
eat yams.
I'm not joking. Go
My-
in the
my-
grocery store
my
look at a
children
baby.
eat
No, he
yams.
only uses Mrs.
Now,
Buttermilk,
okay.
Miss
Uncle
Buttermilk.
Ben's,
Caller, are you there?
Uncle
Yes,
Remus,
I'm here.
I'm only buying the Gerber jars with the black baby
Uncle
on it.
Remus,
The
Mrs.
Pampers.
Butterworth.
He
Now-
just uses
now-
Pampers. Pampers.
Oh.
I gotta have him want the black baby. Pro-black family.
What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
This is Michelle Matthews Callaway, and I'm calling from Lafayette, Louisiana.
This is Michelle. She is a friend.
Hey, Carmen, how are you?
She's a friend of the show. Now, Carmen's
come
not
down
in
and
the
get some
show,
gumbo.
but Erica and Ramona are
Girl, you
joining me
safe
today.
with us, sister. You safe with us. We ain't gonna leave you with
Okay,
Darryl.
I heard the singing, so I thought it was Carmen.
No, do not tell her you said that. I think she'd be really offended right now
Why would she be offended?
because I cannot sing.
I think you did a great job.
Oh well, thank you.
Now, let me give an intro
No
on
dogs came.
Michelle. As I mentioned, she's a friend of the show,
What's up, Michelle? Again, woo woo.
and
Hey,
she
how
is.
y'all doing?
I like
the
Michelle.
Hi,
host-
Michelle. It's so nice to meet you.
She's
Thank
the
you for
host
being
of
here.
Swirl World.
All right, girl. I like
It took time for me because she's called in several times. It kind of took to get my mouth, to say that.
Could you
but
not do that in the mic? That's disgusting.
Swirl.
Matthew
Swirl
Callaway.
World.
All right.
Okay.
No, but all that smacking and moist sound.
Is that like
not.
Zebra
Disgusting.
Town? Swirl World? Is that like Zebra Town?
If that's what you want to,
Well, Michelle, is it?
Zebra Town? I'm not familiar with Zebra Town.
Swirl, zebra, black, white. I'm just saying. That's what.
Oh, well, I think more of the ice cream cone and the chocolate and vanilla.
That's what I
swirl.
did. Right. I'm a swirl world dipped in chocolate. Hey.
man, can we please if
know
we could
what?
keep this show PG, that would be like awesome.
I meant my skin is dipped in chocolate. Now you go in there.
I'm
Michelle, go ahead. We're going to talk to you.
Now-
So tell us about yourself so we can move beyond. Daryl's about to say that and I read his mind. Tell us about yourself, sis.
Well, I run a blog called, as he said, The Swirl World. And Swirl World, we celebrate black women and the diverse men who love us.
Hey, all right. Shoot, my toes just curled. Take it
Okay.
again, girl.
Yes, our goal is to encourage black women to expand their relationship options by dating and marrying interracially.
I know that's right.
I know.
I know that's wrong. What do you mean you know that's right?
right?
Well, just
Oh,
because
no.
I'm black, do I have to always be with somebody?
But no,
black?
but you know what though? I knew that you dated
No,
white
you
guys
don't.
because Ramona is a celebrity, and celebrities I know that you've dated several white guys.
Because all the black celebrities are dating white women. So what is she supposed to do? Be
Exactly.
celibate?
Sad.
Maybe
No, it's because you men have started this. You never celebrate black women.
I celebrate black women,
I will,
even
say
though
you do.
I've dated interracially many times.
And I will give you that, Darryl. Even
Hello,
though
ladies.
you're not
Hello,
pro-black.
ladies.
Oh my gosh,
You know what?
he's not pro-black. You know, I have to ask you this, though, Michelle. I'm going to ask this question. So, I was talking. My brother-in-law was here from Florida, and we were talking about this, and he said, yeah, he notices that a lot of older white men like black women. As they get older, they have that attraction. And he was saying, yeah, it all happens, but they forget about that mouth.
No, that
So,
is
do
a
you feel about-
stereotype. That is a stereotype.
No, we're very assertive. We're not very assertive. So do you
we
think
speak
that
up.
sometimes that
We're used to being in charge
right?
of stuff,
We're used to
so.
doing that. So do you think that sometimes that men of other ethnicities have to get used to that black woman, or you think that's what turns them on?
But you have to remember, every black woman is not like that.
Absolutely.
Some are not assertive. you know,
Okay,
like
two out of
that. Yeah, there might be three or four.
thousands, millions.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you
Well,
think?
what we've seen with the men who write us in inboxes is that many of them have had an attraction since their youth.
Oh, sure.
And some went the quote-unquote traditional route of marrying within their own ethnic group.
Right.
And then as they got older, they started acting on what they've been feeling for years, whether, after they divorced or
Right.
wives died. There's a very large segment, as a matter of fact, of men who have decided that, you know what, I'm going to go for it. And what's interesting is that a lot of the things that black women get, quote-unquote, dissed about,
Yes.
like our supposed attitudes and our hair and our skin and certain body features, they love, they embrace, they love the uniqueness of black women.
Shoot. I
So-
like that.
Well, okay,
I love
this
that.
is with me.
Swirl world to
my
the
my
hill.
first crush was Marsha Brady, who I
Okay,
can't
I'm going
believe
to
that Ben
let
Stiller
you-
is getting a divorce from his wife, who looks just
You
like
know,
Marsha
that
Brady,
is too
and she
ridiculous.
Isn't
plays.
this show about being pro-black?
No,
Not being,
I'm saying
again,
okay. Now, when that happened,
Was it because that was only people on TV, or because you like that? You really like that?
Marsha Brady.
Yeah, was it because that was all that was on TV, or because you really like that?
Good
You
Times
What
was
was
on
wrong
TV.
with right?
Little
So
Rascals was on too.
I'm just saying.
black and white.
Oh, that's right.
And a lot of white men were drooling over Thelma.
Yes, Thelma
Okay,
is hot.
Thelma was
So,
nice.
hey.
Woman Crush Wednesday.
If you like that
Hey.
type of woman,
And she's
You know
still-
what, Darryl?
I like my women. A little more.
What?
Skinny?
What?
Marsha Brady. That's what I liked at that time.
What Marsha Brady?
You
What
mean
about
boring
Marsha Brady?
and-
Yeah, what
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Marsha Brady?
no
What did you
seasoning
like?
in the food.
Yeah,
What
Just
did you like
Yeah.
about Marsha Brady?
she was
pumpkin
beautiful.
pie and not
No,
sweet potato
there has to
pie.
be more than beautiful. What did you like about her?
She was pure. Didn't I tell you?
You don't
if
know that.
I told Ramona, I said the white women that I dated, they don't even know anybody black. They'd be like, Darryl, you're the first black person I've ever met.
They're
you
lying.
take full advantage.
If
you
That's
believe
your
that,
nasty
they're lying,
self.
Darryl.
That, Darryl.
They're lying,
I don't
Darryl.
want a white
Yeah.
woman that has said who says,
Darryl.
"Oh, all my boyfriends been black."
Okay, we're gonna move on. As you know, the topic today is pro-black but dating white, not dating Darryl. Based on this, we have a few questions for you, sis.
Okay.
What do you think about the subject? I mean, is this even possible?
I don't see why it wouldn't be. You don't lose your identity just because you fall in love with someone of a different ethnic
Exactly.
group. You are who you are. And really, in relationships, you do have, you have to have some shared values that bring you together. People talk about opposites attract, but really it's the things that you share that is
That you
the
have
glue
in
that
common.
holds you
Yeah.
together. Yeah,
Yeah.
those things that you have in common.
Yeah.
But despite that, there are some things that men are attracted to that they see in black women, some characteristics, their character, and also physical features that they love. You don't lose that just because you start dating somebody of a different ethnic group.
Now, Michelle,
But I don't think
now-
you can be pro though.
Yeah,
I
but
think you
see,
can still be black.
I
but you
think
can't be
if you're,
pro-black.
I think you can be pro beige, okay, in that situation.
I need you to keep going
But
in
being
terms.
pro black, okay, and I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
They had this magazine and it talked about pro black men who had white women. This Henry Louis Gates, I used to watch his show, and he goes through all this black hair, this Gina, when they go through back in your the genes and all this other kind of stuff, and they find this stuff. You had him. Then they went to the opposite end of the spectrum. James Brown, I'm black and I'm proud. Both of these gentlemen had white wives. Now I'm thinking, like, how can you be so equal rights and all this other kind of stuff?
Because they were trying to sell records and their merchandise.
How?
Well, I guess it's how you define pro-black. Just because you, as I said, enter into a relationship with someone of a different ethnic group, it doesn't mean you're dissing your own ethnic group.
Well, then you're
It
just
simply
black.
means you fell in love or were attracted to someone who is in a different ethnic group. You're still who you are.
Right, you're still black.
And
You're just not
And that
pro-black.
person in a different ethnic group might be pro-black too. That might be part of their attraction to you.
Okay, there's only one John
Well,
B.
it
There's
depends
only one.
on how are you defining pro-black.
I'm defining it as
I just think of it as wanting the best for people of color.
revolutionist.
Period.
A
I don't-
revolutionist.
Right,
So
right.
you're just
You can't be running revolution when your
No.
wife can't hold a pick in her hair.
You can't be a revolution.
You got that little fist with the pick in it, with the black fist, and how your girlfriend is gonna slip right out.
That is the most racist thing
That
I've
is
ever heard
not
in my
the
life.
hair is slippery. The hair is slippery, and you know it's slippery.
Michelle,
This is what I mean, Michelle. I think you can still be black. I don't think you stop identifying with that. But when I think pro-black, I think everything about you speaks to that. Like when I see you, it's more than dashikis and natural hair. It means everything about you. It means no light-skinned women. You ain't even going for that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
I'm not pro-black.
Michelle, this is what we have
I'm
to
gonna
deal
tell you,
with
Michelle,
here.
I'm not. I'm very much black, but I'm not pro-black because
you don't have to tell me. I'm sorry.
But pro-black is a lifestyle that encourages the economic growth and development of black people as a whole, and the purpose of wealth and population, and black people around the world. So I don't
think of it as just wanting the best for people of color.
No,
period.
that's not what pro-black means.
And
though.
you can want that and be married to someone of a different ethnic group.
Then you can
But
just-
but
Well,
you
you
know
know
what,
what?
Michelle? If
I
I
don't
marry
believe
you,
all that stuff.
Yeah,
if
because
I marry
Urban
you,
Dictionary says that.
I don't want you doing. I don't want all you involved in all that stuff. If I'm
believe all
if
that
I'm a
stuff.
white man, I don't think. I want you to be fair.
I want you to drink wine and not
But-
not Coors.
But aren't,
no, what is that beer?
aren't you, when you're in
211?
an interracial relationship, aren't you kind of more so going in the middle of the road?
Yes, absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
So do you use mousse in your hair some days instead of regular hair oil?
Michelle,
Right, she laughed. It's
Michelle,
true. Michelle
I'm sorry.
laughed. She
my
uses
hair is
mousse.
I wear my
I was
hair
going to say, she
natural.
means, are you
I wear-
natural? I don't know why she couldn't just say that. She means, are you natural?
I wear my hair natural, and my significant other loves it.
But does he put
Well,
mousse?
excuse
Do you let him play?
me.
Wait. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. Do you let him play in your hair?
Yes.
Okay. See, she like a white woman.
Now,
She like a
Michelle,
white woman.
Michelle, you know I'm
Black
crazy
women
about
don't
you.
let nobody touch their hair.
Michelle, you know.
I don't know where that particular.
I'm just messing with you. I know, right?
I was just saying. Yeah,
No,
we
I'm
have
just
been
having fun with you.
On the blog of women where their white man is taking their braids down or
I think that's
putting
sexy.
hair oil in or washing.
Because black men
with
don't
their
do
hair.
that. Black men don't oil our hair.
Wow.
Yeah, see?
Now, Michelle, you know that I'm crazy about you. You do know that.
He says this to
I
everybody.
will like your post, but if I see you in a post with a man, I'm not gonna like it. Okay,
What is-
black, white, it don't make no difference. It's gonna bother me inside.
Michelle,
okay?
I'll like your post, babe. Me and Ramona will like your post.
No, but I love Michelle because we can talk to each other, even if you have a difference in opinion or whatever. You can respect one another,
Right.
and that helps us to
Nobody gets
become
upset.
better. I think.
And she
Michelle-
has a great personality.
Michelle, I'm interested in your swirl world.
No, don't,
gosh.
no.
But wait, Michelle, I have one question.
Excuse
I think,
me,
I
I
think
could
you need
be
to put up that
interested in
she
this.
wears packs of panties. She don't buy them in singles. So
You know what? If you don't stop spreading lies. Anyway.
Michelle, do grown
I wanna
women,
know
if you're a
more.
grown woman, do you buy your packs of panties at Target or do you go in and buy
Panties
singles?
is the subject for another show. Excuse me.
Michelle
I don't
said singles.
understand.
Watch, Michelle, what
I
you say?
like
Go ahead.
I like singles. I like them.
Yes.
Michelle, I'm not even going to tell you how we got into this because between her and my daughters, you can't tell people what to wear. My mother was big on white panties, cotton panties.
Oh, my.
Because Mama said all them other panties got dyes and stuff in them, and you don't want stuff down there like that. So for years I did that until my daughters came over to my house one day and went to
Praise
my
God.
underwear drawer and started throwing out
Brittany
everything
and
talking
Brianna,
about.
right?
Brina and Brandy.
Brina and Brandy. Let me write that down.
But I didn't like having to search for singles. I don't like having to go through all that. If I just went in, I knew what size I wore, and I would
it
look
said
at
Monday.
them, and I would.
And if it said Monday and it was Saturday, she wore them anyway.
Wow.
I never did that.
These packs of panties is clean.
Listen. We got to.
I want to know about
Michelle-
Swirl World.
Okay,
Tell us
Michelle.
about
So
Swirl
tell
World.
people where they can reach you to find out more about.
Let me write this
I
down.
can't even say. I can't say that.
Swirl World.
I only say it 2 times a day.
And we're talking. You said chocolate and vanilla, not black and white, right? You said chocolate and vanilla. Is that
Right,
what you
that's
said?
it, chocolate and vanilla.
That is
or
the true
chocolate and
swirl.
mint.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes the world
But you
beige.
can find us at theswirlworld.com, and we also have a very lively Facebook page with over 50,000 fans. We
Wow,
put-
girl.
we post
Unbelievable.
pictures. Oh, yeah. We
And
post
we got
photos
25.
Can she finish because her stuff is interesting? Go ahead. The swirl. How do we find you on Facebook? We're typing it in right now.
Facebook /The Swirl World, and that'll take you to our Facebook page.
The swirl.
Wow.
And we
Michelle,
post photos of women from all over, literally the world. Black women of all
there it is,
shapes,
look.
and sizes, and hues, and hair textures.
Is this you? This picture here? Is this you at all?
And that
No.
profile picture, is that you?
With the glasses? No, that's not her.
No.
Is that
There's-
her?
That's her site.
Shoot, that little picture right there. Ooh. Y'all got to go in here and check out her pictures.
Yeah, if you're on the website, I'm over to the right. If you're on the Facebook page, we use the avatars from our fans on the page.
Okay, avatars of fans.
But scroll down and look at those fabulous photos.
Oh my! And these white guys, these ain't no little white guys and what? These white guys are hot.
This ain't Junebug and them. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's
Right,
not. They don't look
right.
like, you know how sometimes we get the white guys who are like Thug Nation. No, these are clean cut.
Look like serial killers.
Captain American.
Yeah.
Yes, these are Captain America, Brad Pitt looking nice. White. You
Yes.
got Miss Ernestine up there.
We got to move
my
to the,
girl.
we got
I'm sorry.
1 minute.
I saw you have Miss Ernestine in a
And
picture.
because we're trying to stay on time.
Okay, so let me ask you
That's
this real
why
quick.
interracial relationships happen, because it's like these black men I'm tired of being late all the time.
Stop. Let me ask you a question. real
That-
quick
that
is
was racist.
serious
I'm
for,
sorry.
for Ramona, and other women that would be interested in picking up them a little white sugar. Now, what I want to know is this: so is this a dating site, or is this more like just learning how this works? Is that what you do?
It's more so learning how it works, but one of our partners, Rachel Robinson, who we launched a web series called 50 Days of Dating, and she was on free online dating websites, and her goal was to find true love, and she actually did in season 3. And so she's launching a site called Miscegenation, and she has a Facebook page, and that's going to be a matchmaking
I love
site.
it. I love
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
So sisters, don't give up because Michelle is working on Swirl. We
So-
appreciate you.
Michelle, do people start out when they first come to Swirl World? Do they just kind of like socialize and just kind of see who's there and if,
Or
you
you
know what
already
they
have to
have
have
in
your
common?
white guy. We want to know if we have to come with the white guy or can we get one when we get there? Like, like a
Oh,
picnic.
you can get one. You can get one when you get there. People come at all different stages. Some are curious.
That's what I mean. People that they're not sure how deep
Daryl
they
is
want
cutting us off,
how
too.
much they want to step in the
Darryl
water.
said we
there,
have
but-
to go, Michelle.
No,
I'm sorry.
because we got another call on, and I
I'm
could
sorry.
talk to Michelle.
Michelle,
all day.
can you come back on the show
But
again?
Michelle,
I sure will. I'll
Do
be
you-
happy to.
I ask you this all the time, and I'm just trying to get you more attention on your website. Do you have Swirl Boy, Swirl Man?
Jeez. Here we go.
Michelle, we appreciate you
There is
calling
a-
in.
I'm sorry. There is a guy called the Squirrel Man, but he's not associated with us.
Yes, let's
I'm
not
a
let's
squirrel
not
So your
associate.
site is just for the women.
Yes, let's
is
just-
that right?
No, and the white man.
Yes, our target audience is black women.
Hooking up
And
with,
then, of
with
course,
okay.
yes,
And
Okay.
it's like a
diverse
picnic.
men
It's like a
love.
picnic. You don't have to
Okay.
bring your white man. You can get your
So
white man.
Daryl,
when
you're
you
gonna
get
have to
there.
start
Right.
your own thing.
Thank you,
I'll
Michelle.
start my own. Okay.
That's right.
So, Michelle, it was great talking with you,
Girl, you
and we will
rock.
talk to you soon, okay?
We'll see you in
All right,
Swirl
it's
World.
always fun.
I'm a fan, girl. I'm a fan.
We'll see you in Swirl
you.
World.
Take care.
Swirl.
Bye bye.
We got
Alrighty.
another caller on. Caller, you there?
Yes.
What's your name and where you calling from, please?
My name is Danny Steele. I'm calling from New York City area.
Hey, Danny.
What's up,
I got
Danny?
Danny's
From New
intro.
York.
Danny is an actress, comedian, and hostess of the DK Show on YouTube.
Nice.
How are you doing today, Danny?
I'm pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Hey, you got a
Doing
nice
awesome,
voice.
Danny.
You do. Tell us about yourself and what you're doing so we have some information about you.
That's right.
Thank you. Sure. Right now, I'm cleaning up dirt and whatnot from my dogs and cats
Oh, boy.
messing up my apartment.
Oh, boy. If she's got a dog, you know what's up.
You kiss your dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black people don't have dogs.
Exactly.
And if they do have dogs, it's like a Rottweiler.
It's like a man.
Free
It's
But
like a man.
I don't see that.
pit
Just,
bull.
It's a man.
I've noticed that
Their
a lot
dogs are
of black
men.
women have little dogs that they can put in their purse or put
Yeah.
in a little bag. So there are more people that have what I call the designer dogs.
Oh, I
You're
like
gonna get one.
that.
You're gonna
That's
get one.
cute. I want
Yeah.
a designer dog.
You're going to get one,
Yeah.
miss, with a dinner ring on.
You
She
know
said,
what?
I
And
asked
a
her,
white boy.
she has a ring on, and she said,
And she gonna get
oh,
a
this
white
is a
boy.
dinner ring.
It is.
I've
It's
never
not a
heard that
wedding ring.
before in my
It's a
life.
dinner ring.
You have to
You
take
have
that
it
off.
On the other hand,
And I've been around.
well, you ain't been around nothing but
Well, that's true.
white women.
Well, Danny, I'm not sure why you're multitasking and picking up dirt and stuff, but we're glad you're
Because
here on
I'm
the
a
show.
germaphobe and I absolutely hate, like, it was
Girl,
clean.
do what you
and when
do.
I turned around, I went to the room to, like, get my phone. And I turned back around, and this dog has, like, ruined everything.
What
Can-
kind of
And, of
dog
course,
is it?
that's one of the pitfalls for
Can we say hi to your
interracial
dog then? Daryl's like,
Wow.
don't go there. I'm just messing with you. So, did you know? I'm sure you already know. Our subject today is pro dating, but I'm sorry, pro dating, pro black,
Yeah.
but dating white. So,
Right.
based on this, we have a few questions for you while you clean up. All right. So
Yeah.
the first one is,
Sure.
what do you think about this subject? What do you think about this? Is this you?
I mean,
She's
I've
stuttering.
rejected all labels at this point because of the negative criticism I've gotten on YouTube from my videos on this topic, similar topics.
Okay.
I did a video called Being Pro-Black and Dating Interracially, and people were like, you're not pro-black, you pro yourself, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what, then bet, I'll be that. Because what I'm not going to do is be sitting up here trying to empower people. You know, I'm not going to be nobody's scapegoat. I'm not going out like that for nobody. I'm really not. Nobody's ever done it for me. So what I was trying to do was send out a positive message about how not everyone in interracial relationships is some, you know, coon jiving, you know, dunce who doesn't understand their American history and the world that we live in. I understand that, and in spite of that, I remain with my husband because of the quality of man that he is.
Hello.
And I don't believe in this love has no
Now,
color.
put some butter on that bread, girl. Oh.
You know, I don't
No,
believe love
don't
has
put
no
butter
color.
on that bread.
Now, Danny, is your husband Asian?
No, he's white.
Oh, he's white. Okay. Well, you know what,
White,
Danny?
yeah.
I'm going to change my mind and say that women can be pro-black and date other races, but
Men
can't. Yes,
Absolutely
I
not.
am. You know what? I'm gonna remove that label now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, as I mentioned, that if when we were classifying what exactly is pro-black, not just, you know, you got your regular black person or you got your regular, everybody's in their lane, but I'm talking about you are the one who's out there marching. You're the one with the fists in the air and Black Lives Matter and all that. Are you going to bring your Caucasian spouse to those events, or do they want
White people have always been marching with us and stuff. What you talking about?
But
But with their white wives, not with you.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter. If they're down with the cause, they're gonna be down with the people that they're fighting the cause
I have a
for.
question,
What is
Danny.
wrong-
Is your husband John B?
Oh Lord.
I love John B. I'm sorry. He gets a
I know,
pass.
right? Right. Back in the day,
thought
I
he
was
was
like,
black
I
at first.
I
wish.
know. I
heard
thought
he
he was a
said
light-skinned black
that.
man too. I was
I
like,
did too.
white? Ooh.
Right. John B got black kids and there his biracial,
I know.
biracial
And he
kids
considers
stuff.
himself to be
Yep.
black.
Wow.
His sisters was all over.
No,
down
my
there.
husband is like pure, like, you know, I guess kind of you look up like nerdy white guy. You know, he's like a nerdy white guy.
And he
He's
treats
not
you good,
nothing
don't
like
he?
John B. He don't fake the funk.
That's
You know,
right.
he is who he is. He came from the suburbs. He comes from a conservative.
Are you talking
How
about
did
me?
you meet?
She's talking about her beautiful husband.
Oh, I thought she was talking about me.
Danny, how did you and your husband meet?
We met in undergrad, actually, at the University of Buffalo. So I was 19 and he was like 21.
So did he come up to you?
So yeah, we met through a mutual friend. Actually,
mutual friend,
that
okay.
friend is currently filming the Black Panthers movie right now.
See
with
that?
Lupita Nyong'o.
Are you serious?
Yes. His name is Winston Duke.
Okay.
And he's playing like one of the villains, I believe, in the movie. So we met through him.
Is he
I've known
related
him
to
since
Bill
I was
Duke?
a teenager. And we had mutual friends, and that's how we met. So...
So were you
Yeah.
hesitant at
But, you know,
first,
my
Danny,
husband's
or
a
did
very
you jump right
singular
in?
type of person. You know, he judges people by who they are individually, and so do I.
That's how it should be.
You know, yes, I've brought him out with me marching. I've brought him to panel speaking, and the thing that people don't understand is he's been to more than most black people that I know. That's a fact.
Well, okay, that's a valid point. Okay.
Yes,
But were you
That's a
hesitant in the
fact.
beginning, Danny? Like when you first met him, were you kind of like, "Well, this is a white boy. I'm not really feeling this." Or were you like, "You know what? I'm willing to find. I'm going for love here. It doesn't even matter to me."
Just jump on.
I wasn't thinking too much about it because as I told my husband, I said, you know, I find it really funny how people stare at us because what it basically means is what you're teaching your kids at school, what you're teaching your young kids at school about being friends with that white kid or being friends with that black kid, you don't really believe it.
I don't have a problem with being friends.
When we get older, we're supposed to separate. So why would you let them do it now?
Danny, I'm gonna tell you this about me. I live in the whitest area that you know. It wasn't by choice. It just I like the area. Low crime, better schools. Those areas are usually predominantly white in at least Midwest. Now, because of that, does that mean that and my children may be one of a handful of just a handful of black people? I want that education. I want that safety. I want that security. But that does not mean that I want them to date
for the other black kids
interracially. That doesn't mean that they can't be friends.
But you can't really control that as they get older.
You got them in a white school with all.
And if you tell your daughter, "I don't want you with a white boy," she's gonna be with a white boy.
No, she's not. You living in my house. How you going?
Don't care.
That's when you've got
Why you gotta get all mad?
Because you just know what you're talking about. You can't tell your kids who they're gonna be with because what you tell them not to do.
I'm
going to
share this.
I'm
going to share this. My daughter, because I send her to a school and she's always went to schools, and so if I've grown up in very multicultural neighborhoods and all friends, she likes white guys. Now, if you ask her, does she like white guys because they're white? She says, no, that's what I'm attracted to. And I've asked my daughter, I said, well, I just want to make sure you're liking that person for the right reason.
Has she ever dated Leroy or Cleophas? I'm trying to think.
Well, none of those names exist. It's more like Trevor and things like that.
They don't exist anymore.
But no, what I'm saying is that I don't really care as long as he treats my daughter right. I mean, that when it comes down to it, I don't care. And I'm not going to say that she has to date someone the same race as her because of the fact that she wants to fit in. I'm just not going to let her call herself pro-black, but if she does. But now because of Danny, I'm changing my mind a little bit. But
I got white folks all in my family. My granddaughter, who's she's a lot like me. She's whatever. And when I saw her prom picture, she was with a young, nice-looking white boy. But they live in an area where most of the people they come in contact with are white. They even sound, if you didn't know, and they didn't sound like this when they're little. And you know how people will say about black people, why you sound like you're white? White people don't have a monopoly on proper English and all that. Right.
I do want to point out something that you guys keep saying, white boy. We've been saying that a lot. Not the white men.
I didn't say it.
That's just something that's cultural. But I want to go back to Darryl and say, Darryl,
must we?
You've got your kids, not in a multicultural school like I did for my daughter. You have got your kids where they are the black person in that class. She is going to find herself. That's what she's around. She may find that attractive, and your son. So don't be surprised.
And they might just start out being friends.
Marsha Brady shows up at the house, or Mark Brady.
I dated white women several times.
And what happened?
But it got to a point where I was just like, you know what?
They were looking for Leroy.
It wasn't for me. But I will tell you this, and I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
When I was with those white women, a black woman couldn't tell me nothing. I'm just being straight up.
Okay,
I'm just being straight up.
That's it.
Don't lead.
Pour some more wine for yourself.
I'm just saying because that was the mentality that was going on back then.
How old were you? Was this last week? How old were you?
It was about two. It was about 2 months ago.
Don't say stuff like that when I'm trying to drink.
But it was because there were certain stereotypes that went with white women and this and that.
Are you afraid what people would think?
But there are some black women. There are some black women that are amazing. So I'm straight. Okay. I'm
glad you
I'm
found
happy.
So did a black woman change you?
I'm glad you found
A black
one.
woman brought me to.
What's her name, Karen?
No, why you got to bring that up?
I mean, I'm just asking. That's what I did.
She brought him in.
Now, Danny, you brought up some good points earlier. You know, we kind of went off on our thing, but it makes sense. How long you been married?
We've just been married over a year. We've been together 7 years.
Oh wow! Now see, she's like Carmen. I tell Carmen, you can't count the shack up years. Carmen be like, you can't count the shack up
Danny
years.
didn't say they shacked up.
But those are important years.
Everything.
Those are important years because if they
I
were
never
together
shacked.
for 7 years, because some people just have this need to be together to see if this is real, if we're going to make it, and then they go on to get married. I don't think that should have a negative connotation when people say
shack.
you shack and you living together without benefit of marriage, whatever. Especially nowadays, because people, you see how quickly people jump up and get divorced. First sign of trouble, folks run for the hills.
Paid for that divorce.
You know what?
I'm taking some money.
I'm glad that you spent time with your people.
You're
Danny,
not. You are
so
going to pay for this
him.
good stuff. You're
That's-
not going to.
thank you.
You're
Oh
not
my
going to
God,
rent this
yes.
good stuff that I have.
This
You're
is
going to
not
pay
for
for
rent.
it.
If you want this to move into your home, you have to pay.
I'm
for
sorry,
that.
Danny.
Go ahead, Danny. Though I'm sorry we got off on subject.
No, it's fine. I love it.
Now tell me about.
Yeah,
So you've been married. How many kids?
no kids.
See, so she wasn't really shacking. She was making sure.
Making sure.
That's
dude,
right. You
Interesting.
go on,
Yeah,
sister.
making sure he's husband material.
That's
making
right.
sure
Especially
that
when
he
you're
was father
when you're
material.
from different cultures like that, that's very important because you know
Yeah,
how folks just dating, you
absolutely.
jump up and find out he does certain things that you didn't know he did, and vice versa. You know, so I think it's
Right.
important nowadays for people to spend some time together and find out who.
She been drinking too much wine. She hit a mic on her
And
mouth.
I've seen a lot of interracial couples get married very quickly. You know, white boys can be romantic. Yeah, they can be romantic, blah, blah, blah. But you really got to figure out
You know what
where
you're
they're
getting
coming
into.
from, who their
Right.
family is, making sure. Because I've also seen and read a lot of articles from black women talking about co-parenting now with their with the husband, ex-husband, because he was just too Republican. And you should have understood that before you got married.
No, that's
Are you
right.
talking about me?
I had kids.
Are you talking about me?
And you know what happened, and when that happens, Danny, don't you agree that things like what just happened to Tiger Woods happen? That mixed or biracial child goes out being confused until they get some. See, you think you biracial and mixed until you get pulled over by police. They treat you like you black.
No, because
Yes,
it's
they
your
do.
approach. It's your approach.
No.
Hi,
no.
good morning, officer. When you deal with white people, always talk about the
Tiger
weather.
Woods said, "Do
Talk-
you know
he
who I
don't
am?
guarantee you.
Tiger Woods, I got good hair.
I guarantee you he didn't
I'm
talk about
sitting
the
here."
weather.
He said, "I'm sitting here and I'm on medication." They said, "Nope, you black today. Get out the car,
Right.
Tiger."
Hey,
So-
officer, I'm not feeling too well.
I'm waiting for him to pull
Oh,
Barack
how
and
about
they
all
will-
this
and-
rain?
and
How
you're
about
black,
this rain
you
that
gonna
we're
get
getting?
out the car.
I'm waiting for him to pull Barack over.
Oh, right. As soon as they pull Barack over, it's not going to be Barack.
Well,
It's going to be like, hey, Brock, get out the car. So let me ask you this, Danny. I'm sure you've had this talk about being pro-black but dating white, and now that you are married, let me ask, how do you plan to raise your children? Have you guys had the discussion? You don't have to give all the personal, but have you had that discussion?
Yes, I have, definitely. You know, I let my husband and anybody and any and everybody else know my kids are to not have any white dolls. If you give my child a white doll, it will be donated to charity to a white child
shut
who
up.
certainly needs it.
I know some folks like that.
Biracial kids do not need white dolls. There's enough white dolls out there. There's enough.
They
white
need something that
representation
looks
out
like
there.
them.
I
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
her. I
That's
like
happening more and more,
So-
though, Danny. There are more dolls that are available. You sound like my son. My son will not accept cards that do not reflect the black culture because if I give him a birthday card, it better not be one with a picture of a white man on it or
You know,
some.
the only time where I draw the line is when they give me the picture of Black Jesus with the perm. Now I'm not gonna take Black Jesus perm. I'll just pass on that. Cause you know when they take, you know what I mean, like when they take the white thing and they just turn it brown, and that's Black Jesus with the perm.
But
So
you can still tell.
you can tell, you'd be like, that's just white Jesus with a tan.
But that's
and
like
some
the way
black
they were
hair dye.
making dolls. They were making dolls
Right, it
with
was-
brown skin, but they did not
They
look
were
like
the-
people
but
of
they had
color.
blue eyes. You're
Yeah.
like, why does this really, really dark doll have blue eyes or green eyes? So, like, you know,
And a
but no,
pointed nose.
Right. It just, I agree with that. In fact, we only got 1 minute left. I want to bring up. Did you see the episode on Blackish when she went
that's
into
too funny.
try to return that doll, and they said we have this one here, and she was a slave, and she had escaped and had 14 children. And it was like, and they thought this was great to offer this black doll, but it's what you were saying.
Oh yeah, okay.
Remember, that was
Wow.
so funny. But
That's just like
Blackish.
the American dolls, actually. They have the American Doll store and all the American Girl
Right,
dolls, and
right.
the only black dolls they have was a former slave. You
Wow.
know, and
Are
I'm
you
like,
serious?
Y'all love to start black. Yep, that's the only black doll that they have.
So
they
they're-
love America loves to start our history at slavery, but we had a long history before that,
Amen. And we
have
can't
a
talk
long
about
history
it.
after that.
Oh,
we're
No,
not
no.
allowed to talk about
They don't
it.
I don't
believe
believe
it.
that
That's what
type
it
of
is.
stuff
If folks was
either,
kings and
definitely.
queens, they don't believe
Right.
it.
We can.
Right.
Now, Danny, because of time restraints, now I've listened to your show, but tell people more about how they can find out about
Find you, girl.
and the DK show.
Yeah, you know, just type in or Google Danny Steele. I got my Facebook is Danny Steele, Instagram, The DK Show, YouTube, The DK Show. The DK Show was started because I wanted to do something fun where I, had more of my humorous side with my husband, kind of like in the background. He works for a bank, so it's not something, he's not into entertainment, and that's not really what he does. He just mostly edits the videos, but the D is for Danny and the K is for Ken, which is my husband's name. But yeah, I actually, with the way things are going in America, it's definitely moved from me doing funny little, like I did stuff about, strippers and stuff, I've moved on from that to talking about.
She started going to church, in other words.
Oh.
I definitely
Pastor
feel
says she
like
can't do that.
empowering Black children is my number one goal at this point. I teach Black children theater. That's why I love when people tell me, you're not pro-Black. I'm like, okay, I'll be that. I'll be whatever you want to say I am. But I know every day I go out and I empower these children. And I don't know a lot of Black people that do that. So
They don't drive
that's
past
my
the
goal
last
right
grocery
now. And I
store.
don't get as many views on those videos as I do when I talk about, the Black or white thing. And I really don't care because when I talk about the Black or white thing, I get a lot of silly people. I'm not used to talking to
You get a lot of
people in real life.
trolls because they come
So
out
I'm not
and
exactly. So I'm not going to talk to you at all. I'm not making my videos for y'all. So
Exactly.
it's very surprising to me to get those types of people coming out the woodworks talking to me. I'm like, you would never be able to get near me in real life. So there's no way I'm
I
going
love
to
this
make
girl.
videos for
Yeah.
y'all.
I'm coming to find you in New
She's
York.
right. I mean, if you don't like what she's talking about, why you even go there? Just
So
keep
what's
on-
the name of it on Instagram? You said The DK or
The
The
just
DK Show.
The
Yeah,
DK Show.
on Instagram and the DK Show on YouTube. And then Danny Steele is my name, so that's where you can find me on Facebook.
Oh,
Don't
Danny
have
and
a-
Ken, The DK
Yeah,
Show?
DK, yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
are so freaking cute. Look how
Yeah.
cute they are. Hold on, let me go down there. Look at them.
Okay, well, Danny,
about to like
we
your
want to
old
thank you,
pictures, girl.
We want to thank you
Oh,
so
they
much.
are cute.
Please put that
Thank
phone
you.
down.
Thank you.
I don't-
Ooh.
Danny, thank you so much for
She
calling.
got-
Okay.
I see you
Thank
eating
you, I
that
appreciate
that
it.
twist ice cream up there. With
Ken
your
looks
boo.
like a bank president.
Yeah, he does. He looks
Yeah.
like, he looks like he rolls pretzels at the mall.
Yeah.
He does. He looks all innocent.
So again, thanks for calling, and I'll be in touch with you
There's
very
their
soon.
dog.
Okay.
Look at that with their dog.
Okay,
we
thank
see
you
your
very
dog,
much.
girl.
Have a great night.
Have a good
Thank
night,
you.
Danny.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Danny.
Bye.
We got another caller on. Caller, you there?
Yes, hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you? It's Shirley.
Hey, Shirley. Shirley
Shirley
is
from that show.
the host, one of the hosts of the podcast
Canela.
Chonilla.
Chonilla.
The be-
Yeah, girl.
It's hard for me. Look, you know how long it
The
took for me to say
better
Swirl
half.
World. It
Hi,
took
Chonilla.
it took several shows for me to say Swirl World, where it just flows off my tongue.
Chonilla.
Chonilla.
Hold on, let me do it.
Chonilla.
Now, what does
Chonilla.
Chonilla stand for? What does that mean?
It's a portmanteau of chocolate and vanilla.
Interesting.
Kind of like swirl.
I like Chonilla though.
Interesting.
I'm about to call myself Chonilla.
Now, of course, I've listened to your podcast before, and we have spoken several times. Now, where are you calling from?
She's calling
I
from
am-
Chonilla.
From Chonilla land.
I love it.
I'm calling from Toronto, Canada now. We
See?
used to be in
Oh,
Montreal,
okay.
so
Yeah,
now
see?
we're in Toronto.
We're worldwide. See, we all over the place. Awesome.
I'm on a
See,
world tour with Muhammad, my man.
So
I love that. Love that.
now, tell people about
Subscribe.
yourself and your show. What you've been doing.
About myself and the show. The show is a personal comedy podcast about us as an interracial couple, where we talk about our daily lives and our perspectives. The show kind of started, I think it's been 7 years ago. Right now it's on hiatus, and we're actually working on relaunch. We're relaunching fairly soon. But the show really, it all started because of having conversations on certain things that would happen to us, certain things that we see, but it was always interesting to see how we viewed the world differently, not only because of our gender as male and female, but me as a black woman and Mila as a white man. So we figured, let's record these interesting conversations. We were curious to know, are there other interracial couples that kind of experience things the same way or see things the same way when it comes to love and parenting and racism and discrimination and religion and everything else. And it's a fun show. We'll talk some serious subjects sometimes, but we always try to find the funny in what life, offers you sometimes.
Oh, cool.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So you said it's coming back on, correct?
Yes, it is. We're launching the podcast, and we're about to launch an internet radio station as well. So we're very excited now that we've moved again. We've moved since we started Chonilla. It's like our third move in like 5-6 years or something in different parts of Canada. But we're done. We're in Toronto permanently, and we're looking to relaunch and hopefully have some interesting other podcasts within the Chonilla network as well.
Now, of course, like I said, I've listened to your show. I've listened to it as long as I can because sometimes you're very happy, and sometimes I can't take it when people are too happy. I want them to be miserable. Is that bad? Is that wrong?
No. It's not bad. And I know some people this was a big surprise to us, but sometimes we've had conversation, we share too much information sometimes, or that people are like, are they about to argue? I think I should not listen, but I can't help to continue
Darryl and I argued. That's what happened to our last show because we were arguing, Darryl.
You and I have never argued.
Okay, well, we debated. I know. I just try to make it seem more hostile, make people want to watch, TMZ it up. So I'm going to get to the real thing.
The last person that was on this show that tried to make us have these arguments, we ended up really having an argument, and they ain't on the show no more.
Wow.
I don't want that to happen.
Now you black. Now you threatening me.
No, I'm not threatening you.
Threatening me.
You saw like the woman on ESPN. Are you threatening me?
I said threatening me because you threatened me twice in one subject.
No,
You know what?
one
If
thing
y'all
about me,
start arguing,
if you just let it flow, it'll work.
Okay, thanks,
It'll work.
Darryl. I think so. Let's get
start no
into
mess
it.
up in here.
So, what do you think? Tonight we're talking about, or today, wherever it is where you live in the world, but we're talking about being pro-black but dating Chonilla. So, based upon this, I want to ask you a couple things. Okay, you ready for this?
See.
All right. What do you think about this subject of Chonilla is? Can you do that and be pro-black? Is that even possible?
Yes, of course. It's hard.
Yes.
If one half is not woke.
I respect her and I like her. That's
what
why she's
light-skinned
on the
people
show
go-
because
Right.
what she said makes sense. She says it's hard.
Right, because this
That's
happens to
real.
light-skinned
That's
people
real.
every
It
day. So go ahead. Light-skinned people, we experience this every day. So go ahead.
You keep bringing up light-skinned people, just like with that Barack. Barack is old. That's over with, okay? Light-skinned people, that is over with. Light-skinned
No,
people is
Prince
out of
ain't over
style,
with.
You know,
okay?
Prince is not
they
over with.
say when you end a relationship, however long you've been in a relationship, it takes about half of that time to kind of get over it. So it's going to take a good 4 years just for us to still get over Barack and Michelle not being.
I will never get over it.
I'll give you
Now,
that.
Shirley,
I will
because
never
he's
get over
black,
it.
it's
I'll
going to
give you
take
that.
about, that's like dog years. So let's take that 8
I will
times
never
7. It's
get
going to
over
take
it.
56 years for us to get over Barack because he did it. He talked about good times.
It does. It feels like a breakup. I'm Canadian, and I still feel like he's
He was
broken
a
up.
source of pride for
He's
us,
broken
and all
up.
these crazy folks
Right.
that hated on him. That wasn't nice.
So Barack Obama is biracial, but he married his wife.
But they only talked about the black side of him. That was
Right.
what I
If
found
Barack-
interesting all the
listen,
time.
this is not the show, but I'm going to tell you, and I've told you this before, if Barack Obama's wife was white, it wouldn't have went the way that it went.
Oh, for sure.
No, it
he
wouldn't
wouldn't have been. He wouldn't have been elected if she had been white.
Right.
You understand the whole time when he was going for it, I was like, oh, please.
I agree
see
with
a
that.
black woman.
I was excited.
I thought being from Chicago
I like you.
that he was.
I like you, Shirley.
And
I
she
thought
must-
being from Chicago, it was pretty safe bet that she was a sister.
And I love she was a sister with brown skin, natural hair, and a big old booty. It wasn't no like the
and
fake
hips.
little.
She got hips, girl.
Little light
now they
skinned girl
trying to
with
say
long
she's
straight
fat.
hair. No, she ain't fat.
No,
she's
the-
fat in all the right
the
places.
trolls are saying, "Look at her, she's gaining weight. She don't need to wear those."
No, you have to ask Tom Joyner or somebody like Ricky Smiley. Be like, she fat in all the right places. Don't ask Darryl.
No, yeah. Well, I prefer my women built like Marsha Brady.
Anyway, we're gonna get back to Shirley. So you said it is hard. So,
Lord have mercy,
so you
Jesus.
said it is possible, but hard. So what have you noticed? Anything else about that? Have you when you
What's
went through
hard
this,
about it?
What's hard about it? Do you think people judging you or looking at
Black
you funny?
people like me looking at them and
But
pointing.
Canada is they have black Canadians, so
Yeah,
Canada
oh my
is
God.
different.
West
I
Indian
think it's-
folks.
Right, they're different there.
I think it's only hard when you're not sure of yourself and
Amen.
you don't have a straight up conversation when you get into an interracial relationship. I think that like we've been together for 23 years.
Oh, stop.
You go, girl.
I've been together with my wife for 23 years too. Congratulations.
Karen has
Thank
been in a
you. You too.
relationship. I don't know about
Congratulations.
you,
I think
Mr. iPhone 7.
the difficult part, I know one thing for me was very, very hard the first 5 years of our relationship because I didn't know, the heart wants what it wants, and I did not know my heart would want a white man in my life.
Yeah.
Uncooked
And
meat.
that was very, it was very difficult for me,
Yes.
I worried a lot about what people thought and what they're going to think, and that how am I going to talk back to people who are saying like you're like a traitor type of thing with your race and all that kind of stuff, and I felt like the more I wasn't assured of myself, being in an interracial relationship, I felt it felt like the more that it would welcome those kind of comments.
And he was probably having some of the same kind of thoughts on his end, because I'm sure he had, he had folks that was like,
If I was in a relationship with a white woman and I've been in those relationships several times,
I don't believe that.
it's
but
great.
okay.
It's great. It's great.
I don't believe that.
But if something was to happen, and I wasn't sure of myself, as Shirley's saying, that would always be my dog. I married this white woman and blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
So you would untuck your shirt? Is that
No,
what
I
you're
wouldn't
saying?
untuck my
He
shirt.
just saying he untuck his shirt.
I don't untuck my shirt for nobody.
Anyway, Shirley.
They
So
got some shirt, there's a shirt
we
company
love
called Untuck It.
Tell
It's
us
really cool.
where people can find you or more about Chochilla. Am I saying that right? Chonilla. I said Chochilla.
Chanilla.
Or the way you say Americans, Chonilla. I don't know.
Chonilla.
Chonilla.
Chanilla.
Chonilla. You can find us chonilla.com.
Okay.
Is really, or just type Chonilla. It's really on Google. It's the easiest way you can find us, and you'll see where you can find us.
Oh, cool.
Now
iTunes,
check this
the
out.
Google Play,
And-
the iHeartRadio. We're on iHeartRadio.
Oh, you're on iHeart?
Yeah, we're on Spreaker. We're
Well,
on
could you just spell
SoundCloud.
Chonilla for people that don't know that? I just want to make sure that they know how to find you.
Take chocolate and vanilla and smush it together to make it Chonilla.
Shirley, I didn't have a problem.
Chonilla.
I went to school in the suburb.
Like
I mean,
Shonilla.
Shonella. I mean, I got it. I don't understand why she has a problem.
I was
Lord.
doing that for our listeners, Daryl.
Oh,
CHO.
Gosh.
now if I don't get a call
I'm tired of both
if
of
I don't
y'all
get a
right
call
now.
from our featured guest, Shirley's going to be the featured guest.
Where?
Oh,
When?
okay.
If
Do
I
have
don't
to
get-
tap dance or
Huh?
anything? How do I say featured? Do I need to tap dance or anything like
Well,
that?
I want to ask you
Well,
something, Shirley,
you
since
the
we have
bomb.
extra time. What is a
Yes.
black Canadian?
I
A
am
French,
black
a French Canadian. It's French, right? What's
Yes,
a French
black
Canadian?
Canadian of Haitian heritage.
It's a French Canadian.
Yes, I'm French Canadian.
So can I refer to myself if I wanted to in America as a French Canadian?
Pardon me, say that again?
So can I be? So you said which heritage is it to be French Canadian? It's Haitian
Yeah, Haitian.
and Cablasian.
No.
I don't know what y'all talking about. All that,
I'm
that ain't
trying to figure out what
Place?
a French Canadian is. Is it
That
just a
ain't-
black
Place?
person?
that ain't nothing but ultra perm.
What you
Canation? Canation? I don't know.
Canation?
She's talking about what Tiger
Cablasian.
Woods, what Tiger Woods
is.
said
I'm
he
sorry.
was. He was.
I'm fixated on Tiger Woods. But anyway,
Blackcation.
so,
Now-
'cause he
now-
wouldn't date me because I'm not light enough. You know what's happening is
you're
This
yellow
girl,
bright
you
light.
are
No,
so
no.
you are so El DeBarge bitter.
No, let me tell you something, because light-skinned women are last year's models. See, you know how, like you said, Tiger was driving that 2015 Mercedes-Benz, a.k.a. light-skinned women. White women out of 2017. I'm sorry.
Wow.
We're on the line now. You can get us for a discount.
Yellow bright, damn near white.
Now,
Brown skin sisters, y'all just done.
Shirley, do you have children?
Y'all on the
Yes, we
on the
have
lot
three.
that you can pay as you go.
Okay,
How much you
awesome,
make a
awesome,
week.
beautiful.
Yeah, we have 3 kids.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, what's their names?
I'm not going to say their name, but
Oh.
one is Royal, one is the princess, and the other one is Baby.
Those are her
She's,
nicknames.
Those are nicknames.
Erica,
She is
Erica's
black.
not
She is
Hollywood.
black.
She doesn't know. You don't ask kids. You don't do that.
No, listen, because she's a black mother, she knew she already had other names for her kids. Black mothers have at least
All you had to do was
2 to
ask
3
her.
names for their kids.
Yeah,
They got
all
the
you had
middle
to do-
name, they got the middle name, they got the full name, and they got the nickname.
All you had to do was
Am I
ask
right?
her, does she have a hyphen or what do black people put on their names?
Ro,
Accente,
la,
accente?
ra,
No?
nah,
Apostrophes and
and the IE at the
stuff
end.
and all kind of stuff.
And
Yeah.
as long as none of her children's
There's
name is
Ronilla.
DeAndre or
DeAndre S.
what? Okay.
Yes. How about you guys? You guys have kids?
I'm not going to say their names.
Yeah, my kids got 3 names. It's JJ and Jazzy Boo.
Oh.
My children, I gave them. We just wanted them to have regular names. No,
Samantha and Curtis.
very, very simple.
Samantha.
Yep, mine too.
Very simple.
My kids are children of the '60s. Well, a couple of them. So I gave them names that all started with B's. So
Like
Black Power.
beautiful.
Bread and Benny.
Bread and butter.
Now-
Her kids' nicknames are Bread and Butter.
Now I'm attracted to Ramona.
B-U-T-T-A.
Okay, Ramona's a very beautiful, very sophisticated lady.
Vivacious. She's
But
vivacious.
she has 5 children, and I told her that's a lot of kids looking at me negatively when I come over for
Is it
Thanksgiving.
5 different daddies? though?
Right.
Isn't
That's
it?
a lot.
Wait,
I
how
like
many
Shirley.
daddies?
See that she feels
How many
me.
daddies?
That ain't none
And
of
they
your damn
outnumber
business.
you. And they outnumber you. 5? Wow.
5,
You know
and
what?
they're gonna be built like Eric Bickerson. Because
That's a
Ramona's
lot-
like, if y'all
that's
get
a
out
lot
my
of
personal
talking
life.
behind your- That's a lot of talking behind
I think
your
I made
back.
a terrible mistake coming here today.
no,
I'm serious.
saying you would be
man,
worth it.
I'm
I
the
would,
biggest mistake I've ever
Well, we
made,
just
and I
wanna-
made some.
I would do it. She said
Damn.
I've made some.
Don't make me choke.
Oh my
I'm so-
God.
Her face is
You would be worth
priceless.
it. You would be worth it, Ramona. I would deal it. I would deal
She
with
wanted
it.
to say
You
ninja
know
on
what?
the air. She
And I'm gonna be like, listen,
I really did.
I'm your stepdaddy, and they may can I be
Let me
can I
tell
be
you
their
this.
stepfather, and they
I
older than
ain't
me?
looking for nothing. Don't want to see it. If I actually stumble over it, I'm tired.
Of what? Of men?
I can't use the N word on the air. But
Oh, please. The
Yeah.
show is PG.
Ninja.
Let's-
You can use ninja though.
Don't say it.
Ninja?
Shirley, I'm going to tell you something. I am glad that we finally.
Nigeria? I'm kidding.
Oh God.
yeah, Nigerians. That's what I'm talking about.
Nigerian?
I'm glad that we
Look here,
finally
Nigerian.
got a chance to talk on the air.
Shirley, don't listen to Darryl. That was
I'm
funny.
glad. I'm
that
glad
was
that we
funny,
got a
Shirley.
chance to talk on the air. I really am.
Me too.
Shirley is the bomb. I love her. So,
Probably
Shirley,
lipstick.
I want to ask another question real quick, if you don't
Yes.
mind me asking this.
No, I don't
So,
mind.
how did you meet your husband?
We met in high school.
Okay.
I did not like him the first time. Actually, it was him and a friend of his. I was waiting for a friend of mine from junior high, and we
Oh,
both
hi.
She's a side
transferred to
chick,
this
I think she's saying.
new
Okay.
high school, and him and his friend, his best friend Peter, greeted me, and they said hi, and I had a whole heap of attitude. I was like, who the hell is that white boy saying hi to? And then my friend, a good friend of mine that was still best friend, was hanging out with them, and she's like, come hang out with these guys. They're pretty cool. And I'm like, I don't know about this. Cigarette smoking white boys. Shouldn't they, they shouldn't be smoking. It's illegal. And so through time, just hanging out with my friends, we'd always hang out with them, and Clove would always be around, and kind of would just pretty much just say hi to each other. And then I think it was his senior year, our locker happened to be close to each other, and that's when we started talking more. And it went beyond just hi. And I was like, oh my gosh, oh no, I like this guy. Oh no, he's white. I'm so confused.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
me.
Now, does anybody want to know how I met the several white women that I've dated?
No.
How?
How long we got? How much studio time we got left?
No,
I don't
Daryl, can we not?
Well,
Oh,
but
my
I tell
gosh.
you what.
What do you think about Idris Elba being the next
We're going to
James
have to
Bond?
get
Can
ready
we
to
talk about
conclude
that?
the show.
Yes.
But Shirley, I want to thank you seriously.
Thank you,
we
Shirley.
have gone back and forth a couple times. I'm glad we have connected again.
Yes.
To get you on the show, we look forward to having you on the show again. Okay.
Yes, look forward to
and
it.
we
Show
won't-
I
Miller
just
self.
have one question for Shirley.
What,
Shirley,
Nigeria?
how did your husband propose to you?
Well, we're very unconventional. We are not married. Everything in our lives is unconventional.
Oh, you've been together 23 years? That's
Wow.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So you're like, what's her name?
That's true love. All
Is that
right.
Suzanne Summer and
No, that's
Goldie
I
Hawn?
know
Goldie
who
Hawn.
you're thinking.
Yes.
Yeah, we're like them.
They share everything from Botox
Money,
and
everything.
hair
Oh,
dye.
that's
Everything.
right.
I mean,
They
I
do.
love it.
They do.
Yeah, and they do it equally.
Well,
Well,
congratulations on that. That's quite a. Oh my goodness.
You know, black folk don't do
Maybe
that.
maybe
You
around
just-
the 25th.
And you don't call that
something
shacking up, do
consider.
you? See, like I like Shirley for this reason. Black people say we shack up, but Shirley was like, we live unconventional. It's unconventional living. I caught that. I'm gonna start saying that. Don't you be
No,
living
I
unconventional?
wasn't trying to be funny when I said, how did you propose? I just, was just saying that because we're talking about
We
relationships.
can ask her about
But
her
that-
business, but
That's even more important, the fact that you've been together without benefit of that piece of paper making you feel compelled to stay together.
Well, I like you. Despite that, Shirley, I like you.
wow, just
But
rain on my world.
But I've already said you're not gonna
preach
rent.
on
You're not
that.
gonna rent
Rain
this
on
good
my
stuff.
world.
I got this is some good stuff.
this is one fool we
you
sitting
gonna
up here
wanna-
with
I'm
right now.
not high
You're gonna
fiving
wanna
on your
own
stuff.
this.
I'm high fiving on my own. Just so
You're gonna
you get
want to
that.
own this.
You know what?
I don't want to high five on your stuff. I'm
Enough
high
is
fiving on
enough.
my stuff.
All my old girlfriends call me.
I've references.
Names.
Really?
You don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
They
references.
call
Done.
him names.
Oh well, okay.
They call him Tiger.
Now, okay, we got
Tiger.
another call on, but thank you so much for
Okay.
calling.
Thanks, Shirley.
Okay.
You rock, girl.
Take care, lady.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Thank
Have
you.
a great show.
Thank you.
Caller, you there?
Yes, this is Diallo.
What's happening, brother? How you doing?
Hi, Diallo.
I'm
How are
good.
you?
I hope I wasn't too off on the time zone. Because it's just reaching 6 here in
Diallo,
Chicago.
you're black and you're late. Don't
No,
try to make
no,
excuses.
listen,
Let's
listen.
just get right to it. Just say I'm late. We weren't even going to ask you. You got to pass.
He is together. This brother.
Oh.
We about to get into something, okay?
But as a Nigerian, I think I understand us being it's
Now,
okay.
now
Thank you.
He's
he
not a
is-
Nigerian. Quit looking at his face. She looked
He
at
is
his
a
bio.
Diallo is a Pan-African. Am I right? And the host of the Bro
I like him already.
Diallo show. Am I correct?
Yes. I'm a revolutionary Pan-African.
Oh, I like that.
Now,
Revolutionary
what does that
Pan-African.
mean?
Well, you have Pan-Africanists who are maybe cultural Pan-Africanists, people who recognize the cultural connectedness between Africans of the continent and Africans of the diaspora. My approach to Pan-Africanism is an attempt to revolutionize and capitalize on our connections to overthrow capitalism and global white domination. So it
Interesting.
seeks to essentially weaponize our culture as opposed to just embrace it or practice or celebrate it, but use it as a weapon for our liberation.
Now, I've listened to your show,
I'm
but
surprised by that.
tell
I'm
people
really
about
surprised.
your show and how things are on your show.
Hey, Diallo, just talk to me and Ramona. We'll probably get a little more out of this than Darryl. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, my show actually I was invited to be interviewed on someone's show, and I guess they got a positive response to my
Your message.
interview. So
Yeah.
they invited me to co-host, and eventually that evolved into me having my own show. It wasn't really anything that I had set out to do. And so I just decided I would have a show based on giving a revolutionary Pan-African perspective on a myriad of issues related to politics, current events, entertainment, economics, and all other areas of human relations. And, I try to inject some music and humor and also just to keep it interesting.
How long has your show been on?
Bro Diallo show turns 1 year old on July 22nd, which is my oldest son's birthday.
Cool. Congrats, man. Congrats. Now, today's question is pro-black but dating white.
From a Pan-Africanist point of view.
Is this
Revolutionary
possible? What do you
Pan-Africanist.
think of this?
Yes, it is possible. And
It
there's
is.
historical evidence to back it up.
Okay.
So,
He likes white women.
You know,
That's
it's pretty
all it
open
means.
and shut.
That's all it means.
How is that? How I don't understand how that's possible. Meaning that
Me neither.
if you
Confused.
are out here for the cause,
algebra in first
the black
grade.
cause, how are you to do that sharing a bed with the person that you're saying is giving you this injustice and things like that? Am I making sense?
Yes, you are making sense, Darryl. It's
Yeah.
like
Well, because black people are an oppressed population. And if you find an oppressed population, in order to address their oppression, you have to look at the roots of their oppression. And our oppression isn't based on, intimate relationships or intercourse.
Okay.
And so, who we have intercourse with. So
now talk to me more about this intercourse.
I'm sorry?
Talk to me more about this
From
intercourse.
a man's point of view, from a man's
I'm
point of
sorry.
view.
Sex with, in an intimate relationship with.
Got it.
So you can be pro-black and have intimate relations with a non-black person, just as you can be a violent, vicious racist and have intercourse with a black person.
Hello.
Hey, what? That's a good point. That's a good point.
If who you have sex with, I'm sorry, but if who you have sex with dictated your ideology, then every slave owner would have freed his slaves after the first time he caught feelings for one of his mistresses, his black mistress.
Mm-hmm.
But that was never the case.
Well,
so
no, because he
I
wanted
know
to keep
we
it
like
just
to imagine
like
it.
men do now.
I'm sorry?
I said, but men like to hang on to women once they think they've had it or they put a baby in it. They think it's theirs forever. So I don't know. Darryl,
Right, but how did that impact? How did the sex impact the political and economic relationship?
Because they made more slaves.
Right.
They were
but
looked at as
between
being
the
animals.
two people having sex,
just like men using
and I know
watermelons. Okay, so I guess watermelons aren't racist either. Men use watermelons and sheep, so I don't know if I agree with this one.
I don't know. Listen, I'm just trying to keep the show
watermelon
PG.
and sheep. No, watermelon and sheep are also a way for that men use. Remember, it's still on the books here that you can't own a sheep if you're a single man. Did you know that? And you can't raise watermelon.
Okay, now
it's true. You guys can laugh.
the people who have been pro-black, who dated white or married white, Frederick Douglass. They even got my man Sidney Poitier.
Sell out.
They got
Crazy.
I don't know about his pro-blackness, but yeah.
Henry Louis Gates, who I always thought was pro-black.
No, he's not.
He's not.
He's actually he's an aggressive.
I'm going to say Marcus Garvey.
He's aggressively anti-black. Henry Louis Gates is a race traitor.
Thank you. We're going to say Marcus Garvey for the win here. I'm going to go with Marcus Garvey for the win.
Interesting. Okay.
Marcus Garvey did not have a white spouse or a girlfriend or
That's
relations
why
that I know
I'm going with
of.
him for the win for
But we did have Kwame Nkrumah. We had Kwame Nkrumah.
Richard Pryor. Richard. No, you get out of my ear. Not Richard Pryor. Stop. I'm going to go with Marcus Garvey for the win for pro-black today. But go ahead, Diallo. We're having a great conversation here. Get out my ear. I didn't say nothing about no Richard Pryor.
These women here are pro wine.
I'm drinking coffee.
Excuse me.
You can watch it. This is coffee in my cup. Okay.
Stop, y'all.
Do you have cream in that coffee?
Am I light skinned? Does the sun rise in the morning? The answer there is yes. Does a bear in the woods? Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Does Diallo like white women? Yes.
No. Do you, Diallo?
I'm sorry?
She said.
What was the question?
She said, does Diallo like white women?
No.
Okay.
Hasn't he been in your bed
in the context that you're asking me, the answer would be no. I've never had a white girlfriend. My wife is black. My past, long-term
Diallo for the win again. Diallo for the win. Keep it up.
I have dated a Mexican lady back in high school.
That doesn't count.
But
it's fine.
I was
her a lady.
I was aggressively taught as a young man raised by a single grandmother and by another great aunt, and they said, "Don't you bring no
they did.
white woman home." And they told me,
the old folks,
we didn't raise you up, feed, clothe, and educate you so you could go and marry some white woman. So that was kind of.
Well, a lot of them felt that way because they didn't want you to get hurt for being with a white woman. Because a lot of times folks got hurt.
You swinging from a tree. That's what it was.
I don't think that was it. I don't think that was their motivation.
Oh, they just didn't like that. Because they was women. I already know.
In my family, that was the motivation. My mother didn't want nobody to get hurt or killed because they were messing with a white woman.
But what about now, though? This whole generation.
Well, it's different.
They have the beige and bland agenda.
We obviously have Trump in office, so we got to get rid of the other people. Yes, there is. People don't really. The browning of America is great. I love it.
Well, yeah,
But there's always going to be a hierarchy, which Diallo is saying, no matter what. You look at the Tutsi and the Hutus. Why were they fighting? It was because one was more lighter complected than the other. Same thing. Why do Spanish people not like Mexican people? Because Mexican people are darker than Spanish people. So even if everyone was all brown, there's still going to be a hierarchy no matter where we go with this. Do you agree with that, Diallo?
Somewhat,
Okay, we'll break it down,
but
brother.
not in totality.
Okay, go ahead and break it down.
Well, as far as the browning, the United States is not browning. I mean, the rhetoric about, racial miscegenation actually started with the white supremacists.
Yes.
They thought that that's why the United States was much more aggressive about in their anti-miscegenation laws. But that has been always been a rhetoric for the right wing of both parties, whether black right-wingers or black conservatives or white right-wingers say, oh, race mixing. But in reality, that is not, there's not enough. You would need centuries of deliberate and aggressive intermingling of the races in order to obliterate the phenotypical characteristics and distinctions between whites and blacks.
Well, brother, they definitely are going that way because they got a lot of commercials, meaning that every show that I look at, there's an interracial couple.
What? Yeah, because that's real life.
Yes, but again, that's a marketing standpoint.
Tide,
that's about
Those are commercials,
Go on.
So that's about marketing. This is a pendular society. So it goes from one extreme to the next. But that doesn't really measure the overall trend of society. And when you think about African people or black people, you have to go to New Zealand, you have to go to Australia, you have to go to Madagascar. They're all over the world. When you think of African people all over the world or people with the African phenotype all over the world, there's really no real clear and present threat from intermixing with other races as far as elimination. And my biggest frustration with people focusing so heavily on, oh, he got a white girl or she got herself a white man, is that there are real existential threats. There are real genocidal threats to our continued existence as a people, but they don't get attention because we give a lot of energy to things like, the few white people who are willing to have long-term or procreate with the few black people, which they are still the minority. Interracial couples are still the overall minority amongst all races. People are still, by and large, by the largest majority, still having children with people of the same racial heritage as they.
Well, you want to see what you are on television. Okay, so you said that interracial, that's real life and this and that.
Yeah, it is real
and we
life.
can even go with gays and all this other kind of stuff.
That's real life.
But how is this being encouraging for me as a black man or as a white man who's just trying to have a white family or a black family? How is this encouraging? It's discouraging.
It's not disencouraging or encouraging. It's what life is. It's what you really see instead of hiding behind that. I mean, they didn't put black people on TV. Just because black people are on TV, it doesn't mean they didn't exist. You start putting black characters. The first interracial kiss was on Star Trek. Well, that mattered anyway. And why did that happen? It wasn't that white men weren't kissing black women. It was just that this is real life. This happens. So you have to show what is really going on in society. There are gay couples. There are interracial couples.
Do you know whose watch that was under when all this stuff started getting?
And I agree with
Barack Obama.
Yes, and why not? Because what right do you have to tell someone that loves each other they can't get married? And that's a whole nother conversation I can have with you, and I will fight you on. And as a Christian, that is different. Where we look at marriage has changed, and I do not think that's wrong. Just like I don't think it's wrong to marry people outside of your own race or any of that. Love has no color. That's now, right. When we talk about the subject of pro-black, that's totally outside of loving. You didn't ask, can you love someone and be pro-black? Mm-hmm. If you asked me that, I would say absolutely. You said, but pro-black, but dating white, that changes it. But can you be pro-black and love someone that's white? Absolutely.
Well, all right.
So
now.
take that.
Don't think that because I'm not responding that you won.
You ain't gonna respond, Darryl.
I'm just tired. Now,
where you at, Craig? I'm gonna call you Craig now.
Diallo, tell people more about your show and
you
like
ain't got
how often
to lie, Craig.
How often does that show air?
It's every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and every Friday morning at 7 a.m.
Can I
to 10
DVR that?
a.m.
Because I can't begin up at 7 a.m., bro. I mean, we got some,
Well, you can find the show archived at diallokenyatta.com.
and that's
You can
Keny.
find
How do you spell Diallo?
She's the only one who asked for spelling.
No, because our listeners need to know Diallo. They might think it's D''ALLE, like Jello. Do you want them spelling your name like
No.
Jello? Thank you. Go on, Diallo. Break it down, bro.
it's
Thank you.
DIALLOKENYATTA.com.
Jello.
Awesome.
Just remember, Diallo like Jello.
Well, you made some awesome points, man. I appreciate
yeah, we
your
appreciate
time
you, Diallo.
and being our featured guest, and
on
congratulations
being married
on that.
to an African American woman.
And having your show for a year.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Hey,
Oh,
are you on
coming up
Instagram
a
or
year. It
anything?
went by really fast. Yes, I'm at Diallo Kenyatta on Instagram, Tumblr, and Facebook and Twitter.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you. I like that. Very intelligent. You know what? Do you think that you could send any of your notes to help Darryl be more black? Just not pro-black, but if we could just get him to beige.
I'm very black.
Oh, can we get him to beige? You know. Do you think you can help out Diallo?
Very nice talking to you, Diallo. I love your name. It has a
I
rhythm
do. I
to
like
it.
that.
I like that.
Thank you.
You have a great evening, and thank you so much. And
I
hopefully
will,
we'll see
and
you
I'm
again.
sorry about the time confusion.
Oh, there's no problem.
Everything worked out. Everything
Yeah.
worked out.
It was
I really appreciate
expected.
it.
Really, I expected you to be late, so I'm just not going to.
Don't say that.
I expected you to
we
be
have
late,
to
Diallo.
respect the guest.
But Diallo,
Please stop it.
Diallo, I expected it. But I'm gonna follow you anyway, man.
And
I'll be
you were late. You were late.
She got a lot of nerve.
Diallo, I'm serious.
She was a half
She
an
was
hour
like a
late.
half hour late
For
to the
real.
show.
Because I was working. Oh my gosh, Diallo.
If you would have got to work on time,
I'm sure they made her work.
You wouldn't have to leave late.
Yeah, yeah.
But Diallo,
Anyway.
I'm light skinned. I get a pass. But
You
Diallo,
have a great evening, Diallo. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in, Diallo.
take care, man.
No problem at all. I will. Thank you.
I like that 7 and 9. I'm gonna have to follow Diallo.
We got it early. Our show is going to be early. We're doing good. Seems like this show's been forever.
No,
Now-
I've enjoyed this show.
Now, I'll do my quick apology. And my apology is that I want to apologize to the interracial couple that I saw this weekend.
What'd you do?
There was a black man, and he was with a white woman.
Where
and
were they? Where was this now?
I went over to one of my buddies' house. They were in the backyard. Everybody was barbecuing.
Okay.
So the black guy looked at me, and he was looking like, "Hey, brother," and I looked, and I turned my eye like, "No, brother, no." I apologize. That was
You are
wrong.
the whitest black dude I know, and you had the nerve.
You don't even eat barbecue. You put the barbecue sauce on the side. When you eat you know how regular people put barbecue?
No,
not
I
Darryl.
left.
He put the barbecue
Slather
sauce
it
on
all
the
over.
side.
I was there.
mine on the
It was
side,
cool.
please.
It was a nice barbecue, but they didn't have any mayonnaise, and I was like, "You don't have any mayonnaise."
Exactly. Black people eat Miracle Whip. Okay.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't
we
do
do
mayonnaise.
Miracle Whip. We don't do
Instead of
mayonnaise.
And they was putting hot sauce on everything.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
It's hot
Yeah.
sauce, not sauce. How do you say right? How do you say the word right?
right.
Okay.
What?
You don't be like, all right. You don't be like, how do you say that?
No. I was having this discussion with my mother, and it's just you don't know. You don't do that.
Use mayonnaise.
So
and
they
you
broke
put
all the
barbecue
rules.
sauce on the
Huh?
side.
They broke all the rules. With
you
the, with the hot
do you
sauce
grow
and
watermelon?
the barbecue and all
That's all-
that.
do you grow
No,
Wow.
Do you own sheep?
no.
Jesus.
She is. I'm serious. She is.
she took
She
you
is
out.
a little too. But
Taking this to a
anyway,
whole nother place here.
Well,
what everybody got going on the weekend? Anybody got anything?
I'm
I'm-
not singing. I'm not singing this weekend.
I
but
gotta
I'm
look
going-
mine up so I say
You
it
gotta
right.
look on your. Okay.
Go ahead, say yours.
No, I'll
Don't
be
make fun.
down. I'll be down in Southern Ohio, down that way. We have a union conference, so I'll be attending that.
What union?
Ohio Civil Service Employees Association.
All right, I'm CWA.
I know. We talk about y'all sometime.
Wow.
Notice how Ramona
why
is
you buy them
so.
pa-
She's so regal.
That's
she
why
said,
she buy
and
them
then she
packs of
looked
panties.
straight.
Then she buy them packs of panties. So I'm gonna remember that.
She is so
At
regal.
least I wear panties. Hello.
Oh Lord.
Well, I'm a free spirit. What did she say? I live unconventional. I'm doing the More Pink
That's
Symposium.
commando. That ain't no conventional.
Unconventional. I'm doing that More
I
Pink
blame
Symposium.
all of this. This whole show, it's all because they took the Pledge of Allegiance outside of the schools.
In prayer.
And prayer. I'll go with that.
Prayer.
Yes,
I'll go with that.
indeed.
Okay, I'm doing the More Pink Symposium. Bring that up with Tiffany Lewis. I want to get this right. It's called Pink, Myself, and I. 3 setbacks women in leadership make that destroy confidence and keep them in unfulfilling jobs. So mine is talking about how being physically fit equals confidence for women. So all the stuff we do on the show, this is fun, but like I said, it's Fitness 360, and this is you're gonna register. Just show up if you
And
want.
when is this?
That's going to be this Saturday.
That's this weekend, yes.
Yep, June 3rd from 11 to 4 a.m. So 11 to 4 a.m.
Now,
11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
What do you do the rest of the time when you're not doing events like this?
I am I'm stripping.
Pissing
on the side.
people off?
No, I teach fitness also. I'm very much into fitness, and I have a real time.
So could you work with someone like me?
Oh, girl, yeah. Psh,
What would you be
good.
trying to get rid of, Ramona? Your body is amazing.
No, belly fat is a problem because
Daryl,
I like to
I'm
eat.
going to really wonder what you've been looking at. That is inappropriate. You can say you look really physically fit. Your body is amazing.
It's amazing. I didn't say.
She is a union member.
I didn't say she
Thank
had
you.
titty do.
You said that
she's
before
amazing.
the show, though. Daryl, you cannot say a woman's
Y'all
body
need
is
to
amazing,
stop.
especially that works with you. We've had these sensitivity talks before.
I didn't say you shows a sexy
this ain't-
mama.
this ain't
I didn't
Fox
say that.
News.
I didn't say use a bad mamma jamma.
I know. You can talk
know
pop her
what?
in a biscuit. You can say
Y'all
you look really fit, Ramona. I think you have
No,
very
but I
little
just
work
worry
to do.
right here. But I have a big butt, and I know that. And that's
Me
not
too.
going anywhere.
I haven't
That ain't going
seen it.
nowhere.
How many inches?
Girl, I don't know. It's too. I take after my aunt. When I was a little girl, you could sit a plate on my aunt's behind.
Really? Is she?
And-
What's her name?
She's no longer with us, but I remember when I was
You
growing up.
wouldn't like her anyway.
But yeah, she was.
She didn't look
wasn't
nothing
your
like
type.
Marsha Brady.
She wasn't your type. But I used to always say, "Oh Lord, please don't let me have a butt like Aunt Jean," and I do.
Look at this pen. It's just balanced.
Well, I want to
right
see.
there.
I just want to see just for the viewers.
Yes.
Okay, but
But you can follow me
everybody-
at Erica White, ERIKA White.net. That's my. I'm on the before Darryl cuts me off. Or you can follow me. That's Erica with a K. That's as ghetto as it got in the 70s. You change the C to K. Or you can follow me under Fit Zone, FITZONE, by BY, Erica, ERIKA. Actually, I'm a brand. I'm a brand.
Okay, I mean, but where when you have students, where do you?
You can find out all the information at ericawhite.net, ERIKAWHIT.net. I need the traffic. Okay,
Wow.
get off me, sister.
There
Get
you
off
go.
me.
So look, we
Go
want
ahead, Darryl. I'm sorry.
we want to
I'm sorry.
conclude. We want to thank everybody for listening and checking out our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And don't forget to email us with any questions or comments at
That's right.
fullcirclepodcastshow@gmail.com. Check us out on iTunes and Stitcher. And remember, take a stand for something. You have an opinion, use it.
That's right. And send all your mayonnaise packets that you don't use to Darryl. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Good night,
Have
everybody.
a good evening.
Good night.
Glad you spit that gum out.
Crime. Let's get it together. Education. Let's get it together. Marriage. Let's get it together. Politics. Let's get it together. Full circle. Poverty. Let's get it together. Race. Let's get it together. Full circle.